I haven't plugged it in yet. All right. Okay, we're running. Bear with us 1 second. I'll give him just I'll plug this in. Gosh, it's fucking hot today. This battery ain't gonna last long today. Oh shit, it's wrong side. Yeah, even though I was in the car, the battery was getting drained just because it's sitting up in the heat, innit? So this ain't gonna last long today, but it lasts long enough. That's what matters. Alright. Okay, charging. Alright. Alright, shalom, man. Shalom. First of all, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKodash. We want to give double honor to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the whole full expression of truth and all sincerity, man. Alright. Yeah, heat wave today in the UK, man. Hottest day of the year, you know, so they say. You know, not hottest day period, but hottest day of the year. You know, if you want to believe what that global climate change BS, right? But yeah, man. You know, it's right here. You know, a lot of camps, you know, won't go out today, man, because it's too hot. You know, they don't like it when it's too cold. They don't like it when it's too hot. Okay, GMS, beginning of it, always the apostles, man. We're out here all year long. You know, except for extreme circumstances. Okay, we're out here all year long, man. In season, out of season. Okay, I want to find that, right? So it don't matter to us because we're here to, you know, present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. You don't care what the weather is, man. You know, the job is to come out and teach the word, man. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, right now. You know, some camps, you know, they're like Goldilocks camps, man. It has to be just right. You know, it has to be just right temperature, not too hot, not too cold. You know, and then it's okay. You know, but to hell with all that, man. Hey, we're running out of time out here, man. Okay, you got to put the work in now while you can. You know, we're waiting for a day that's suited to you. This ain't about you. It ain't about us. You know, it's about doing the work of the Lord. All right. You know, let me get mine because I need to find it. Oh yeah, I still haven't put my pocket for my brother yet. I forgot to ask him. But yeah, you see the Lord, you know, He's bringing judgment in the earth right now, man. You know, you got earthquake just hit Morocco, right? So you had plenty of dead out of that. Numbers still going to be going up, right? So the Lord bringing judgment upon Morocco and the mans that are there. Got polite. He just got put away. You know, what was it for 7 years hard time and 10 years probation? The Lord bringing judgment out here, right? The Lord is bringing judgment against the wicked, which brings us to something else, man. We're going to get some scripture, but we're going to get into this as a main topic, right? The Lord is bringing judgment against our enemies, man. We ain't got to do a damn thing. All we got to do is teach this word, man. We don't need no Hebrew defense unit. Okay, we don't need no man army. Okay, that is not the time for that. Okay, but we're going to get into that, man. But you know, first we're going to grab this.
This is we're going to take on Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Right, in season and out of seasons. That's all year round, man. There is no in season. Oh, you know, we only gonna do it in the in season. You know, because you know you might plant crops and there's only a specific time you plant the crops, right? That's the season you do that in. But this word, there is no season. It is just all the time. You know, there's an out season and in season. That's just all the time then. Because if it isn't in, it's out, right? So it's all the time. That's why at the beginning of the elders apostles, they be out there, man. They ain't took no time off, man. Okay, don't shy away because it's a little hot or a little cold. And I exaggerate because it gets real hot sometimes, man. Especially those brothers out there in America, it gets real hot sometimes, man. And it gets real cold out there. But they're still out there, man. Okay, they're still out there, man. So, you know, that is what it is, man. But yeah, so I mentioned the judgments going out in the earth, man. You know, I said we had the earthquake in Morocco. Was it yesterday or the day before? You know, I think it was like 60 something dead at the time. You know, and then we've probably gone up now. You know, but well, sure, grab me a second Ezra chapter 9 and start from verse 3. We can start from the top.
The second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time the regent in itself, and when thou see the part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Right, so this is part of being diligent, watching for the events that take place on the earth, man. Okay, we're not like the average person out here who's not really paying attention. Okay, that's only interested in what's on the TV or what's going on in their, you know, small life. Right? We look around everywhere what's going on, man. And we see the Lord's judgment going forth. All right?
Yeah, even watching movie, like most of time they use their time for entertainment, you know, like watching movie, going to the concert, the music concert and whatever it is. But most of time us men as men of Mosiah who came in the faith, we are watching even through the entertainment, we still watching, man, looking what the heritage of the society are pushing for, man.
Mm-hmm.
The agendas that they're pushing through their movie, music, wherever, news and stuff like that.
Because I mean, like, we get downtime, we stack off, and, now and then, man, but we're still switched on. We're always switched on.
Even this, global warming and stuff like that, that they are pushing in the media. This is one of the agendas to lead it to what? To that technology, man, which is RFID microchip. That's going to be implemented around all over the world. So that's the main agenda. So all this globalism, and other information that they're pushing is just to lead to that. To that part of focus, man.
That's right.
As goes on to say, then shalt thou understanding that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people in the world.
Right, earthquakes in the world, right? We had that Turkey-Syria one not too long ago, right? There was a lot of people, right? And now, these, like, you might say, yeah, we always get earthquakes. Yeah, it's true. We always get earthquakes, right? But these things are becoming more frequent and becoming more deadly, right? And we're going to get more deadlier ones and more frequent ones occurring as we draw closer to this day. Because not only is the earthquakes happening, it's all this other stuff that's happening as well. You can't just isolate one of these things and just say, yeah, but it's always been happening. No, the fact that everything's happening all together, man, is a sign of the times. Right? The sign that the Lord is visiting the earth, man, with judgment, man. Okay? Everything according to his word. Right? So yeah, you might not be, too impressed, but that's because you're blinded. You don't see everything that's happening because you're not being diligent. Like I said, you're not switched on. Right? Like I said, you're too busy in the TV, right? Watching your fucking celebrity programs or whatever, reality TV and that shit, right? Too busy into your sports, your football and whatever, right? There's nothing wrong with watching a little bit of that, but man are consumed by these things in this world, man. And that's all you seem to know: football and fucking what celebrity doing what with this person or whatever, That's what you seem to fucking know these days, man. So yeah, don't look impressive to you, man. But when you add all these things together, man, that's the works of the Lord happening. Okay.
As goes on to say, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, we understand these things. Not these people don't understand these things, but we understand these things because the Lord have opened our eyes and ears, man, to see and hear these things, to take notice of these things.
For like as all that is made in the world as a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Right, the end is manifested, man. As much as you people want to deny that, you think there's some sort of exit out of the problems that the world is facing right now. Okay, really, it's the end. There is no anything after this concerning your kingdom, Esau's kingdom. There is nothing after this. There isn't going to be a golden age, a new golden age of Esau. There isn't going to be that Star Trek and all this stuff. There isn't going to be that golden age, man. This is the end. What you're living through right now is the end of Esau's kingdom, the end of the world as you know it, right? And what comes after is the kingdom of Israel, okay, the kingdom of heaven under the ruleship of Yahweh Shai, our Lord and our Savior. That's what's going to come after this, man. As the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So this is what we're living through right now, the end.
Especially, they say like the earthquake that happened in Morocco. Right now, it's up to at least 1,000 people, and they cause damage in several areas as well. So that's a judgment.
So 1,000 people have gone off the earth, man. And there's plenty more today because the Lord's always killing people and destroying things, right, and people, right? But just in that one incident, 1,000 people is gone. That's 1,000 people's families or gone. 1,000, well, multiply that, people in mourning for those people that have died. Their family and stuff like that, man. The Lord brought judgment and sorrow onto these people, man. Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 6:18. And it is said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and I will begin to make inquisition of them that they be that have acted unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of thine shall be fulfilled. And the way Most High visit the world is visited by the way of what? Thunder and fire and what? Earthquakes. So all these events that you see happening around the world, like the earthquakes, the fire, wildfire killing people.
You mentioned the wildfire, hot today, right? I know it's gonna be hot in other places in the world. The Lord spread wildfires to kill man up. Firefighters try to fight the flames and die and perish in the fire, man. It's like it go on, bro.
So all these are the way Most High visit the world to judge, man. But people, they may put that as what? Natural, calamity and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's what he pushes. He don't push it the miracles and the power of the Heavenly Father. He want to just nature, just doing its thing. Like there's nothing behind it. It's just how it just happens. That's not what it doesn't just happen. Most High is in control of nature, man.
So again, and he will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have acted unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. So we are living at the end of our affliction, man. That's why Messiah bring this kind of judgment on the world, man. Not to inquisition is all. It's I believe it's like interrogation, long questioning, So Messiah is making them to answer for all the evil that they have done to us, man, the Israel. He's making this other nation, man, to answer. And by doing that, he brings judgment as well, man.
That's it, man. And this is the point of the main topic when I get into it. It's the Lord. He the one bringing this judgment. He's the one asking the questions. We can't make Esau answer no questions. We've got no power to, right? Hebrew is like defense units or whatever you call yourselves, right? You ain't gonna make Esau give up the throne. You ain't gonna make him be nice and all this stuff. Be fair. You're not gonna make him do nothing. You don't scare him. But the Most High, whether you're scared of him or not, he gonna make you. He gonna cause judgment to be done, whether you want it or not. And nobody can refuse that, man.
Man, David, as might as he is, man, as he was, he asked for Messiah for what? For deliverance from the
enemies,
from the sword, man, from the enemies and from the wicked, which is Esau Edom, man, to say the least, man, which is the sword of Messiah. So, and in these last days, we see how this man Esau is doing to our people, man, using that that power that and blessing that he have been given by the Heavenly Father, man, the sword, man. So you can't fight with him. Coming with your guns and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still on top. He's a power that we can't contend with, right? It's the Most High that's really damaging our enemies, man. It's destroying our enemies through his word, through his prophecy, right? We ain't doing anything. I don't know. I don't know about, I don't know the last time I did anything other than teach. But all we seem to see is and he's falling. How is that then? We didn't march down nowhere with guns and threaten nobody, or we didn't have to do that. And yet, we see our enemies falling all the damn time. His kingdom crumbling. It's not because we're smashing up the house, the stores and that. We're not doing that. We ain't being violent in the least. But the Most High is destroying our enemies for us, man. Okay, he's gonna make their numbers small, man. Right? And then when it is time, because the time ain't now, but when it is time, man, when we're gonna, do the cleanup job, man. You know?
Destroying this nation, including this.
Yep.
This is people. Second Thessalonians 2. I'm starting from 4. It says what? I'm starting from 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And the son of perdition is who? Is Esau. Esau, Edom, the so-called woman. His days is near to the end, man. And who is Moses using to review Esau? It's us, man. This man, the elect, the prophet, man.
Yeah, because no one else seems to want to do it. Everybody is quiet, man. Nobody wants to reveal who Esau is and who he is today. Everyone's like, oh no, they were destroyed a long time ago. Oh no, we don't know. It's evident in the scriptures. It's evident, man, and in this world, it's evident. All right, and we're just heading the game. The Most High let us know who it is. He's revealed it unto us first, right? But the whole world's gonna find out eventually. Everyone's gonna know who this devil really is, who the so-called white man is. Everyone's gonna find out, man. You're just late. You're late to the game. We already know. That's why we're gonna expose him through these scriptures.
As it goes on, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called Most High.
Who's that? all the clues are there in the scriptures. Who is that? You got these, you got Esau trying to play God, man. What did he create the other day? An embryo. That you see that? An embryo that didn't require any. I can't remember, man. It was fucking crazy science shit. Insemination, right? Esau's just doing everything that he can, like with the limited knowledge that he's got, thinking that he's got unlimited knowledge. He's got limited knowledge. He's acting like he's got unlimited knowledge, isn't it? Playing God. That's what he wants.
He wants to change the ordinance of the Heavenly Father. That's why he mess up with everything, man. He's messing with the whole of this planet Earth, man, of the universe, man. That's why everything is out of course now. Everything is everything is dying, man. The earth is dying. The ocean is full of chemicals and the plastic, full of rubbish. Even the marine creature men are suffering.
Yep.
So this man have temper with everything, and he don't know how to fix it. That's why he's looking to run away from the earth, to go where to the other planets, which he can't do it. He want to go to Mars.
He on his Starship mission, man. Trying to go beyond where no man's gone before. Yeah, because you fuck everything else up, man. But the Most High's not gonna let you do all of that, man. Right, you've done enough already.
Okay, your judgment down here, man.
Yeah, that's it, man.
As it goes on to say, remember ye not, let me say that, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called Most High, all that is worshipped, so that he as a Most High sitteth in the temple of Most High, showing himself that he is a power.
Yep.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what with orders, that he might be revealed in his time, which his time is now. Because
it wasn't time before. And all these things in the scriptures have its time to be fulfilled or to manifest, right? And this is how we know the time that we're living in. Because, you know, things happen back in the past. They might say, yeah, but that the scripture said that and it could have been this. Yeah, it could have been that, but was the other criteria met? No, they weren't met. And this is where you got to look at all the criteria have to meet. They have to be checked off. And that's the time we're living in now. It's happening now, man. You know, but people get what they call it, impatient or fatigued in watching for prophecies over all these thousands of years, you know, waiting for things to happen. People get fatigued, man, and they start not believing it's ever going to happen. How many people that really go to church really believe this is, you know, these prophecies are going to happen? I don't know, man. Most of them don't believe this is going to happen, man. They just want to be Ned Flanders and just live Christian lives and shit. You know what I mean? Be good and love everybody. It's just hypocritical bullshit, man. But that they don't believe it's going to come in their lifetime. They're always trying to put it off.
All they believe is to have 5 cars and the best holidays and the luxury.
Yeah. Your pastor's preaching you to get rich, man.
Well, himself is getting rich. Well, himself is the one who's getting rich, man.
He's super rich, man. They got so much wealth, man. It's not even fair. You know what I mean? It's not even fair. Like the congregation just average dudes. You know what I mean? Some below average. He mega rich though. Why does he get to roll around like that? Oh, because he's a man of God. He deserves it. What's he doing? Making money off you is what he's doing. He's hustling you, man. Is it making righteous? For fuck's sake, man. But people don't learn because they fall for the same traps all the time and they can't see what is blatantly in front of them. You're getting mugged off, man. You feel like they're getting mugged off. And the same with these other camps, man. Everything's about the you know, people who've got money on them. You know, the facade of it all, the image of it all, man. You're getting mugged off, man, because you ain't getting the truth from these places. Or you're getting some of the truth, but not all of the truth. Right? There's deliberate deceptions going on, man. That's going to destroy a lot of people. All because of the influence money has in these circles, man. That's why money is the root, or the love of money is the root of all evil. Because it blurs the lines of things, man. People don't stay straight. You know, they don't stay straight on the path, man. Right? Corruption comes in. And the elders and apostles, they spoke about it before back in the old school and that. You know? That's what happens, man. When people are trying to get way above their station, man.
This guy in IURC, he say like, I mean, we don't have to hate Esau.
Oh yes, or that. How they try to explain these things is crazy, man. You know, talking about, oh, we can't hate like the Most High hate, so therefore we can't really hate him. No, we can hate him in our own capacity. You know what I mean? This guy is the devil. You know what I'm saying? We come down to camp today, brother, seeing all naked Edomites and shit, man. It's like, what the fuck is going on the street? Or by the street?
Yeah, by the street. I mean, everyone can see them, really.
It's like, what the fuck, man? And I see a similar thing on the way here too.
In the open space, I mean, you know.
And it's like, what the fuck is, you know? But this is Sodom and Gomorrah, man. So we understand this, but even still, it's a liberty, it's a piss take, you know. And you really want to smite that man down. That's what you want to do, right? So you can hate him, but it's always in our own capacity because we haven't got the anger the Most High has, obviously. You know, that's why he gonna absolutely get rid of them, annihilate, extinct them, right? But we hate him in our own capacity, which is that we can't do nothing about it right now. So we have to be patient, man, and suffer it, because that's what patience does, is suffer. So we have to suffer these devils, man. And yeah, he was saying, oh yeah, because you're gonna go to your job and you're gonna say hi, Bob, and you know, how's your day been? Yeah, and all this kind of, you know, you're gonna be friendly, or as really what we're really doing is being well, we're being wise as serpents, man.
Yes.
And harmless as doves. That's what we're doing, as the scriptures say. Our name is Jacob, supplant. That's what we're here to do, just to get by. Because we're in captivity, man. Things are not even for us, man. It's not like we're on a level playing field, man. So we have to supplant. You know? So we have to beguile our enemy. You know? What is that saying, man? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So you play that shit with them sometimes, man. It don't fucking mean that we like them. Still fucking hate them. It just means that you're allowing them to help you out. The Most High is really allowing them to help you out. So you act cordial, you know, because what we're gonna do? Like you say, what are you gonna do? There's nothing we're gonna do. Not yet. There's nothing we can do right now. You know. So we play the role right now. We play the part. With Clark Kent. Right? Yeah.
So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemies, thine enemy, for like as iron lasteth, so is his wickedness.
Right? So this is what we still know, regardless of how we talking to them, how we treating them. You know, the apostle, he even tell you that, they get in the Uber or whatever, get in the car or whatever. He tell them to have a nice day. He might hold the door for people and stuff. The same thing, we do the same thing. Hold the door open for people or whatever. Say hello. So fucking what? What does that really mean? They're just pleasantries, man. But what we do know is that he is our enemy. We don't trust this man. But we'll usurp or supplant the man or these people, man, to get by without no problems. Because Satan is already active already, man. You're trying to create more issues with Satan on every interaction that you have. Fuck no, you ain't trying to do that. If it's not unnecessary, why would you kick a hornet's nest? It don't make no fucking sense, right? So we go by as wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. What's so hard, man?
And that's how we have been commanded, man.
That's all right.
And we follow that commandment to the T,
That's it, man. But these guys acting like, we ain't gotta hate him. That we can just be friends and fuck all that, man. I ain't what's it going on. All right.
We go to Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6. And now ye know that, ye know what with orders, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity does already work. Only he who now will let until he be taken out of the way.
All right, so Esau been put in the power seat, right? Most I let him do all this wickedness that he's doing. That's why them fucking naked Edomites, we can't do nothing to them. They're in power, innit? If this is our world now, you think he wouldn't be able to step out the house like that. But here it is, we can't do nothing like that. We have to suffer these demons, right? These sodomites and whatever, these pedophiles and all that kind. We have to suffer them until the time is right. But that time is growing ever closer, man. And this is what people don't understand. You think that you can just act and be this way, man, that you're going to be able to do this forever, and that we have to just sit up and put up with it. Well, the joke's on you, because for us, we know there's hope for us. Okay, we know that's going to change for us, but we know we ain't going to be sat here frustrated for the rest of our lives, man. Right? So that brings us comfort. Because if it was down to us, what would we ever be able to do about it? Nothing. So you'd always be frustrated for the rest of your life. But the Most High's got plans for them. The Most High's got plans for them, man. So we ain't got to be frustrated. Life is frustrating, man, but we ain't got to be frustrated like that. Because this devil has an end.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right? And like I said, it's all written here for him, man. Obadiah is all written there for him. He gonna be consumed, man, by the spirit of this word. By the word will he be consumed, man. Because that's what Yahweh is gonna come and do. He's gonna tear him a whole new one, right? Into his nothing. So we take great comfort in that. Knowing that we ain't gotta suffer all this bullshit forever, man. That was it.
Even him who is coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all this deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. They subject that they're going to follow the way of Esau, and they're going to perish alongside of Esau, man.
Yep.
Because they didn't take heed of what we say, man, according to the spirit and power of the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
We go to the second Ezra?
Yeah, go back there. Just read out. Where did you finish off? I just want to go to verse 5, so if you've done that already.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. Second Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world as a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and ending in effect and signs.
Right? So this is what we all have to watch out for. If you're a diligent man, or a man of the Lord, this is what you're meant to watch out for, right? Esau's still trying to find out the beginning. You know, how's he gonna know the end? Because they say that, man, if you don't know your past, you don't know the future, right? You don't know where you're going. So Esau's still trying to figure out how everything began. So of course you don't know how it's gonna end, you know? Because in his mind, he truly believed that he's gonna continue to reign forever. That he's gonna somehow usurp the Heavenly Father and get an everlasting kingdom out of it. He thinks that. He believes that. Satan has made him believe that. Because Satan was sent to make him believe that. Right? But he's a fool. He's a fool because the Most High already done told him, look, you're the wicked. And you're going to be destroyed at the end. But he's like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't want to hear that. It's fine. But your end is coming, man. And all the signs are here for you. All the signs are here of your end. Right? But this is part of the reason why your spirit right now is to get this mark of the beast up and running. ASAP. And you got all your technology and your infrastructure being, put out there in the world to get this to come to pass, man. So you can, hold on to your kingdom. But it's all futile. It's all in vain. Everything you do is in vain, man. You only serves for your own destruction. But yeah, but just going back on that whole Morocco thing, man. The Lord sending judgment out there, earthquakes and pestilences in the world, man. We got rings of fire and stuff like that. Because even these hot weather is gonna mash up some crops and stuff, man. That's gonna take more food away from the global market, which is gonna cause an increase in demand, right? But the supply is now lower, so the prices of those things are gonna go up. And if it gets so bad, you can't buy it anyway. So the price is gonna be mega high, and the supply just ain't gonna be there, man. And that's what the Lord is developing. He's creating a famine.
It's gonna fuel people to go out there protesting even more, man, because they can't put food on their table, man. So it's gonna be protesting, and also at the end, it's gonna be people are gonna work. They're gonna start, going, to each other's houses, man, breaking each other's doors, man, and start work, taking what you have, man. Even take your life, your women and everything, That's all, yeah.
I said there's a process to this, man. It ain't just it don't just happen. Yeah, the Lord create a famine. I mean, he could do that, but the Lord's always done things by a process of time.
And he always, tell you before, like what happened in Egypt. What did the Messiah say? He gave a dream to Pharaoh, and who interpreted the dream? The Israel man, who is Joseph, he interpreted to show what is gonna come.
Yeah, gave him 7 years of plenty, and 7 years of dearth, which is famine. And that's what all these things in these scriptures, they're prophecies, right? They're for us to know. The Lord already spoke these things from the beginning, he says, right? So these things are now coming to pass, and that's why you should be paying attention, man, because all these things have, all these things have an effect on what the future is going to be like. But it's all according to the Heavenly Father's word, right? And we can see all of this, man. These are not just random events that don't mean nothing.
And the prophet are known as seers. So in the other time, Messiah right now in these last days, you have laid his men, the prophet, man. The men that you're gonna have the knowledge first and foremost, and the vision of what is coming. Using these words, man, that are found in the Bible. And we're gonna tell you before it comes. When it comes, it's gonna be up on. It's on you again. It's not on us, in you.
And that's what's going to show the world we're them in the Lord. And this book is real. There ain't no other book out there that's predicting what this book's predicting. But none of them is living. It's not the word of the Heavenly Father. So it's going to be this book's going to be proven right, and the men of the Lord are going to be proven right. And people are going to start noticing that, man. Especially when the MOTB comes out, man. People are going to be shitting bricks out there.
Yes.
All right.
As goes on, I'd say, and everyone that shall be saved, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
Right. So the only people getting delivered out of this are the believers, man. Those that had faith. Okay, those are out there doing the work, man. All right, and Lord, we're gonna be a character as some of those men, you know. But that was it on that. If you can grab me 2nd Ezra 15 and read 1 to 13, please.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophets, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. And he called them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right, so, you know, as men, the Lord, we come against the wicked, you know, wicked of our people, wicked of the world, you know, different heathens and that, right? And we're told not to be afraid of them, not to worry about them. Just go out and do the thing. The Lord going to take care of all of that, man. You know, we come out here trusting the Lord going to take care of us. You know, regardless of what kind of beasts we might meet along the way, right? Because some of these people are beasts, they're not men. You know,
right? Even I believe Paul, or Peter speak about that. Them beasts. He called them the Israel that they were unbelievers. He called them beasts.
Yeah, beasts. Yeah. You know, but the base of salt, right? And then, you know, we do with a lot of these scorpions over the years, you know, and you know, one of them got judgment just recently, you know, Brother Polite, or No Light, in a dark place now. He got judged and sentenced, right, by the Heavenly Father, right, for his actions against the men of the Lord, man, against our elders and apostles, man. You know, in the brotherhood, you know, put them in danger, right, and slandering them. Okay, bearing false witness, right? And this is what happens to those that rise up against the men of the Lord, you know, that seek to do wickedness against us, man. All right. So yeah, the Lord told us not to worry about these cretins, all right? Because they're out there, man. You know, we've had death threats and, you know, people threatened to come back with weapons and shit. You know, we've had all of that, man. You know, been locked up by police and whatever. We've done all of that, man. So these people are out here, man, trying to do you harm. Yeah, but again, the Most High told us not to worry about that.
As it goes on to say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right? You know, like he wasn't unfaithful, right? Because he heard the word. He got an opportunity to learn from the apostles. Man should be privileged. I ain't had no direct lesson, you know. But no, he refused. He refused to hear, man, because well, I was about to say he was up into his evil, but he's not even about that shit, man. He ain't even about all that shit. He's just about making money, man. That was his God, right? Because you know he's out there bowing down to money and shit, you know. But yeah, he didn't want to hear all that, man. So this is what happened. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
It's the book of Ezekiel 3 and 6. I'm starting from 5. For thou, I'm starting from 4. See. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an odd language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an odd language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right. So again, you know, most of us that are out here, you know, we speak the English or whatever. Most of the brothers out there in America speak the English, right? So it's not like we're speaking amongst ourselves in strange tongues, in different languages that you can't understand what we're saying. But we break it down very clear to you what we're saying. And if you do have speak a different language, you've got brothers to break that down for you too. All right? But we're speaking to you in a way that you understand, man. And we're supposed to, you know, we meant to, like you guys, you say, oh, we're all brothers, man. We should all be, you know, together. But when it comes to listening to it, you don't want to hear what we got to say. You know, you'd rather come up against us, man. Because even though we're coming against you in the spirit through this world, we're not actually coming against you physically or trying to do you harm. You know, trying to destroy your life and shit. Because you've had fucking dudes that try to do that, man. Try to destroy brothers, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got guys trying to do that to us, man. We ain't trying to do that to nobody, man. The most I'm gonna fucking destroy you, man. Just like he destroyed Polite right now. We ain't have to do nothing. Not one thing that we have to do to any individual. The Lord is doing it all. You know? But you want to call us the wicked ones, you know? You're the demons, man. You know? And this is what happens to demons, man. Right? Go on.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
Okay, they don't want to listen to the Lord. That's why they're not listening. It's not they don't want to listen to us. Because I guarantee if we come up with some other spiel, you know, talking about, oh yeah, we can, you know, if you do this, you can make this money, and oh, they'll be listening to us all fucking day long, man. It's not us. It's not us they have a problem with per se. It's this word, man. It's the Heavenly Father's word they have a problem with because they're rebellious children. You know? But all the rebellious children are going to get put to death. This is what you don't get. All you rebellious children, man, are going to be destroyed. Okay, not because we put our hands on you or we did anything underhanded or, you know, any wickedness or nothing that we did to you, but the Most High going to get you.
Always against the Heavenly Father, even the time of when they demanded Samuel to make them a king, you know, they were against not the the Samuel and the Levites,
the priests, the
priests, but they were against the Heavenly Father, man. You know, even the wilderness, what they have done, after Mosiah did all that miracle in the land of Egypt and get us through the hardship, you know. But the people from nowhere, they go and war. Ask Aaron to make war.
God, an idol.
Yeah, an idol. Yeah. A molten calf, golden calf.
Which represented something back in Egypt.
Yeah.
But Egypt was just destroyed. So why would you do that? Yeah. But they were trying to make a similitude to the Most High that delivered them. Thinking, oh yeah, we will make a bull and that represents, you know, God that Moses was following. No, you don't do that. You know, but that's, you know, that was the whole reason why we needed the laws and stuff, man, to keep our people from going off, man. Right? Because you're supposed to know. Because what was one of the first commandments, man? Not to make any graven images. Right? But that's what they were used to. That's what was going on in Nigeria. There's fucking idols everywhere, right? But they weren't meant to make idols and statues to bow down and worship them. Right? There is no similitude of the Most High that you're going to make to bow down to. Right? You're just going to obey. You're going to obey his word. That's how you serve him. Right? But Israel just have a hard problem, man. They have a hard time hearing. But I want to do this. I want to make a calf. I want to bow down and worship this calf. You know, I want to do things this way. You Jake, man, you're just out of order, man.
Yeah, man. So they've been, man, from the beginning, man. They're always against Mosiah. Even when Yahushua came, they were against Yahushua, man, because Yahushua bring that. I mean, he was representing the image of Mosiah, man. You know, so they don't want. I mean, what Mosiah say, man. You know, they don't want to exalt the Heavenly Father at all time. I mean, at all this time, man. At all, man. Yeah. You know, that's why Mosiah he said, "Whoa, at the end, he's gonna cut them off. Those who are gonna continue in that kind of mindset, you know, the various mindset, you know."
But it's the 2/3 should be cut off and perish, man, or die. Right? But the third should be brought through the fire. Right? They're gonna be refined and delivered. But 2/3 of the people in America, man, they're gonna be destroyed. Because your wickedness and your disbelief, your stubbornness.
For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
Hard-hearted, stiff-necked, hard-headed. Yep.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
Right, so we meet them. We meet their stubbornness, man. That hard-headedness, man, because we're not going to back down. Like, you're going to either repent or be destroyed, man. That's your options. You're not going to say, oh, no, it's all right, brother. What you're doing is fine. You know, it's all right. Do what you're doing, man. Lord bless you. They're not going to tell you that, man. The Lord is going to destroy you, man. You keep going on this wicked path that you're on.
And thy forehead strong against their foreheads, as an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they are rebellious house.
A rebellious house, man. And like I say, Jake know how to mean bug somebody, man. Look at you with ill intent, like they want to do something, man. Jake Master looking like that, man. That face, screw face. Jake always looking at you funny, man. That's why you can never be on fucking. You can't even feel safe all the damn fucking time, man. Jake just fucking mean mugging people, man, for no fucking reason. Because they want to act, they want to look hard or whatever, man.
Give you them signs as well,
Yeah. Well, you can't just walk for a neighborhood with Jake fucking looking you up and down like you want to fucking take something from you, man. I'm not saying all Jake, obviously, man, but we know who you're talking about. But that's the people we fucking deal with out here, man. That's a polite one of those fucking niggas, man. Because all he could think about was how I'm gonna get these fuckers, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna destroy them. For what? Did we do anything? Did we do anything to anybody? But are you doing things to people? Yes, you are. People that are in your circles, people outside your circle, you're doing fucking wicked shit to people, man. Taking your woman's daughter and shit. You're the one doing wickedness.
That's why he came with that grip.
Yeah.
Doctrine. We were trying to see how we're gonna bring out so he can justify
himself.
Yeah.
But you're a man without understanding, man.
You're a wicked intent.
That's what I'm saying. You're a man without understanding, man. Was it clouds without water? You just you took something and thought, someone's lost it. You don't even believe in it though. That's what I mean. You don't believe in the scriptures, but he might feel like, oh, I could use that as an excuse to go do something now. But you was probably already doing that shit before. You was always doing wickedness before and fucking ripping people off and shit. You've always been a wicked dude. And you see that from the get-go. But people use things for excuse, man, because of their evil intent inside. It's not the scriptures, it's the people. People are dark inside, man. People are wicked inside. Right? But all wickedness shall be revealed, man. You can't use these scriptures as a cloak of maliciousness. Right? You can't do that. Like I said, people just want to do what the fuck they want to do, man. Everybody's on this fucking Satanism or Luciferian doctrine. Do as thou wilt. That's what they're really concerned about. That's what everybody out here does. They does what they want to do. They does what they want to do, man. They don't care about the scriptures. They don't care about any book. As long as it aligns with how they feel, they'll just say, yeah, I follow that or whatever. Okay, we can't do that, man.
That's why even the Christians, they use the word love to justify their malicious mindset, man.
Yeah, fucking laziness, to everything, man. The fact that they can just do wickedness on repeat, constantly on repeat cycles, and just go, the Lord forgive me.
Yeah, they throw that love, man.
Or they're not willing to change. Oh, the Lord loves me, though. That's not how things work, man. You created your own God in your mind. Create your own idol. Again, that's what everybody on this planet does.
Actually, they put themselves as Most High. They exalt themselves rather than Most High. And Most High say, "Well, he changed not."
Yeah.
So,
because the image of their God is after themselves.
Yeah.
This is it. This is what it is. All their gods are after the image of themselves. What they seem right in the world. Because everyone's got their what they call morals and shit, right? Their moral compass with their rights and wrongs. Everyone's got their own version of that, man. It doesn't make you right or wrong, though. What makes you right and wrong is these scriptures. Knowing these makes you right and wrong.
Like them people, man. We saw. I saw them naked people. Them grown up naked people. Is that right to do that in front of the public?
Well, they go with that if they worship. Probably don't. But if they had a God that they worship, they go. Is down with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's their own God. Then they've made a God unto like themselves. One that permits them to do, that always loves them because they're always doing the right thing with them. Never the wrong thing. It's only based on one's own conscience. So if you haven't got a conscience, you ain't got a problem with, because you got pedophiles out there, right? you know, that have an affection for small children, right? But in their own conscience, they think that's okay. They should be allowed to love who they want to love, right? Because that's how it's getting pushed out there now. Because even they're becoming like a protected what the fuck they call that, man? You know, like the whole LGBT thing, they're becoming like a protected group, right? Because they're in that whole fucking movement, man. And now you have to speak correctly, politically correctly about them. Can't use the term pedophile. Okay, I keep forgetting what the other term is, you know, but you have to use the PC version of it.
What, minor, something like that?
Oh yeah, minor attracted person, MAP. You gotta call them an MAP now, because it's not their fault. They were born that way. Because that's the excuse all the other fucking freaks say. Oh, I was born gay. I was born this, and I was born a man in the woman, whatever. It's excuses, man. It's excuses to do wickedness. None of it's right. Most likely to destroy all of that. You know?
That's so lot, man. Most times is making you to do that so you can justify what he's gonna do to you, man.
That's it.
You know?
And that's it. We can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You have to sit here and fucking observing this shit and go fucking crazy about it, you know?
Yeah.
That's all we can do. We can't do nothing right now. Right? Because now's not the time. So, like the Lord has told us to be, which is to be patient, that's what we do. We be patient, man. You know? And suffer these things.
It's the book of Romans 1 and 22, which leads, professing themselves to be wise, they become fools, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and the creeping things.
So they worship beasts. Yeah, they worship celestial bodies, the sun, the moon. They worship men, other men, themselves. You know, these are all corrupted images, man. None of these is true.
As it goes on to say, wherefore most I also give them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Right, so the Lord put a reprobate spirit upon them to go after wickedness. You know, the Lord He gave you up. Like the scriptures say, give one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh. That's what the Most High has done. If He's put you in that position, right? Most likely He has no intention of taking you out of there. There's very few people that are going to be able to repent out of those situations, man, and be delivered. Very few. Right? But if you're in that position, man, okay, you're most likely going to be set on fire, man. Right? And burnt up. Okay?
As it goes on, who changed the truth of Most High into a lie, and worshipped it and served the creature more than the creator.
So now we're starting to take heed to more of these things, like what man is saying, rather than what's in the scriptures, like, oh yeah, but you know, we're meant to love everybody. The Lord never said that. The Lord said to love the good and hate the evil. Right? Again, who decides what that is? The Most High decides what that is. The Most High had it written down for you so you can read it. But you want to ignore it? No, that's old. It's archaic. You know, we live in a modern world today. You find all these excuses as to why you don't need to listen to it.
When the blow light, is it? blow no light, is it? He did it. I mean, what I'm saying, like he say, it's like the same thing that he worship women, is it?
Mm.
He worship women.
That woman's God.
Yeah, and the side of Egypt, is it? That's why Most High right now he just let them go another step forward, man. Even to accuse us, so he can justify him. I mean, of his judgment, man.
Yeah. And what's happened? You got to continue your life a little bit, right? You got more money, more fame, or whatever. You got to do more wickedness to the point. So the Most High decided that's enough now. So the Lord allow you to go further in wickedness, only to destroy you at the end. Okay, again, that's what's happened to No Light. Now he's destroyed, and you know that whole saga for him is not even ended yet, because you know he's in prison now. You got to be in that prison until the missiles come. Now you better hope the missiles come quickly. Otherwise, the Big Rex is gonna visit you, man. You know, and you don't want that. You don't want to be there, man, with these fucking goons, man. Especially how they feel about, kiddie fiddlers, right? You don't want to be there. So that saga just started for you, man. You better hope it go quick for you. You know, you don't want to be there for 7 years, man.
7 years completion.
Yeah,
7
you
years
ain't getting that. You ain't getting that, man. You know, but like I said, this is what happens, man. Like I said, we never had to do nothing to the man. Apostle never had to do nothing to the man. You know, like he sent bloods and cribs after the men of the Lord out there, right? Where was the retaliation? What did we do? We didn't do nothing. In fact, we let the Lord handle it. Because what, the bloods and the cribs never did a damn fucking thing. They didn't do shit. You know, might come around, bothered people, or whatever it may be, but they didn't do nothing. The Most High had them, under control. You know, so it just shows you, man. Like you could have it bad, you could have these intents and stuff, man. But if you're facing against them in the Lord, guess what? Most of that shit ain't gonna fucking happen, man.
Messiah say the angel of the Lord. I mean, the Bible says the angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear Messiah, man. So wherever we go, man, if we do what is right, Messiah always put a protection around us, put the hedge around us, man. Even
Yes.
when we used to preach in the central London, there are so many wicked jacks, and the wicked of this other nation try to what? To disrupt us from what? From preaching the word. But Messiah always use one of the wicked among them to what? To bring his judgment, man.
It's hilarious to watch. It is hilarious to watch, man. Because back in Oxford Circus now, it's so dense. There's so much demons in a small space. Anything could happen. Literally anything could happen, right? The whole street could just turn on you if it was like that. It could happen, right? But it just so has it that where we're at, so outnumbered, right? The Most High just send us an angel to move the spirit of somebody else to intervene, and then the next thing that problem is gone, and something's happening to them. So they got problems to deal with now. It's not because of us. We didn't do anything, but they got problems now, and that's how the Lord deals with it, man. Like the Lord works in mysterious ways, right? But that's what we count on. That's what we believe in, right? So when we come out here and deal with these people, we're not concerned about them like that. What's the worst that's going to happen? Now, probably have gone through stuff, obviously, but what's the worst that can really happen? Even if you got put to death, some will see that as a light thing because of what would happen after that, because you would no longer have to be dealing with this bullshit. So some might even welcome that, not be bothered about that, right? Because we're told not to be bothered about that, because we know where we're going to be at after that. Okay, so what's the worst that can happen, man? The Lord said to fear them, so to fear not those that have power over the flesh or something like that, but fear him that have power over the flesh and the spirit, roughly paraphrasing. Right? Because that's the Most High, that's who you should be fearing.
Because Messiah, he have the power to kill you and return you, straight away, man. On the earth, man.
Put you into some fucked up position, man. Yeah. Some fucked up life.
Yeah. Change all your frequency, man. You can't move, as a normal person.
Yeah.
That's how powerful Messiah is, man. That's why Messiah is to be feared, man. All the time.
Yep.
Let me go on. Say, for this cause Messiah gave them up into vile affection, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the women, than in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meat.
All right, so it's clear that all that stuff is an abomination to the Lord, man. Okay, and yet you want to somehow try and get around that and say there's nothing wrong with it. Most I don't think that, man.
Yeah, so Messiah, take the edge out and put them demons on you. That's why you behave the way you behave. You go and start lashing out, after as a man, man. That's a demon. You know, women and women, that's a demon. You know what? Which at the end you get diseases. Oh, mists are gonna meet you if you live to the end.
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna be mist of food, man.
And all this world is, becoming is a habitat for demons, right? They're creating the best environment for demons to thrive. That's what Esau's doing. He's making it acceptable for demons to thrive here, man, to live out their lives on earth, through these men and women. They can be as freaky as they like, man. Do all kinds of weird and wicked shit, and justify it, protect them, give them laws to protect them so you can't do nothing against them. And it's like that saying, well, not the saying, but the scripture that speaks about Cain, those that will slay Cain, judgment sevenfold will come upon them, right? It's like that. We can't do nothing because if we try to do something righteous, guess what? We're just gonna get punished by Esau and get fucked up. We can't do nothing to him right now. He got the hedge, so to speak, right now. He's being protected in his position right now until it's time. So we gotta wait until the hedge is down, the force field is down. Mosai is like, burn him, Satan left him, and he's also exposed. He's defenseless. That's what we gotta wait for, man. There's no point attacking him before time because there's nothing fucking gonna happen, man. You're gonna lose. Just like those men that rose up in the days in Rome. They lost, man. They died. Accomplished nothing.
It was not the time, man.
At the time.
Because that's the time of Israel rulership. And we are living in the second time. Second reign of third. Because they start with the Greco Empire.
Greek, Romans,
Roman. This is Roman 2.0, man. So we are still living in their rulership, but soon their power is going to be taken down, and we're going to be on top, man. As the Bible says, Esau is the end of the world.
I was going to say the same thing because it's funny, man. Because the scripture say Esau is the end of the world. He has been the last ruler of
the heathens.
Yeah, like I said, from the Greeks till now, he's been the last ruler. Even though there's a separation between in the Greeks and the Romans per se in terms of different rulership, but because things did change, but it was still Esau. There's not been another heathen that's been in power since then. He is the last one. And much as vocab want to run around and talk about how Edomites have gone away. He's fucking here. He's been here.
And likewise also the men living the natural use of a woman bound in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet.
And that's what we're waiting for you to get that recompense. Because we can't give you that recompense, at least not yet. Right? We have to wait for the Lord. Because when it's time, when these kingdoms become our lords, the scriptures say, that's when we're gonna have free reign. Because we were given that rod of iron. And so we're gonna judge righteously according to the scriptures. Right? And we're gonna put all this stuff to bed. Right? We're gonna do away with all iniquity, man.
And even they did not like to retain Most High in their knowledge. Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Not convenient, why? Because you're going to be destroyed at the end of it, man. All this is wickedness that you'll be destroyed for. Now, even before, back in the earlier times, still like recent, but like, the whole, HIV and stuff like that. That used to be a big issue because you can get diseases, right? From playing around with the same sex and whatever, right? Men on men and that, right? But Esau found a way around it, right? He's gonna give you drugs and antibodies and shit, so you don't get fucking disease, worthy to death. But that would have been a problem. It still is a problem. Just that Esau got a way around it. So no, it's okay now. You can carry on doing it because I've got this for you. Esau again allowing wickedness to breed and breed, to fester, to grow on the planet, man. That's what Esau's doing. He's helping wickedness grow. Right? But regardless of any fucking drugs or no drugs, man, it's still wicked. And the Most High, like I said, you don't get no green light for that. Right? So you're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, even these people, those who don't believe Most High, man. Even that's what they do, man. They say like there's no Most High. They are proving they are fools, man. Yeah, and let it to be destroyed, man. You know. When I read again, it says, and even as they did not like to retain Mosiah in their knowledge, Mosiah gave them over to a reprobate mind. You know, this atheists, you know, so-called people who don't believe Mosiah, you know. Mosiah, he have put them spirit in them to be that way so he can walk. At the end, he can judge them for correct you, man. And then they're gonna bow down. As the Bible say, every knee shall bow down to the Lord, man, when he comes, man. Whether you believe or not. To do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, marinate, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Mosiah, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventor of evil things, disobedience to parents, without understanding, covenant breaker, without natural affection, implacable and merciful, who knowing the judgment of Mosiah, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Right, so like I say, it's being promoted in this world, all this wickedness, man. These characteristics we just reeled off just now is what the world is full of right now. But people are encouraged to promote it, to carry it on. That's why you got a bunch of toxic masculinity out there. You know, these women, toxic as hell, right? You got all these toxicities that are just, you know, it's not good for nobody, man. Creating divisions and hatred for no reason. Because Esau's fed you wine or made you drunk off his wine. You know, it's just causing, disorder. But again, in this world, you're here to promote all these things. When you stand up for righteousness now, you get told not to. You become an enemy. But if you promote what they're promoting, all this wickedness, it's fine. No one's got nothing to say about it. You speak like us, it's hate speech. If you speak like them, it's progressive. You know, that's the norm now.
The Bible says, it's John 3:19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Right, because they're all following the lust of their own flesh, man. Yep.
For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Mosiah.
So yeah, when we're out here, we point out these things that are wicked or, you know, going off, you do have a problem with it. You know, you don't want to accept that it's wrong. You don't want to be told that you're doing wrong. Okay, but we all had to hear it. Before we came in the shoot, we had to hear, you know, what was wrong about us. You know, and make the changes. Can't just sit here and say, well, I don't, you know, make an excuse for yourself. And so I ain't got to change. I ain't got to change. I ain't got to do that. I don't believe that. And this is that stubborn spirit that we just been always going into, man. You know, this wicked ass spirit that's in the world among our people and the rest of the world. Okay, that hold, you know, guys like Polite captive in wickedness. You know, we've had to be freed from all of that because we were once there. Yeah. We was once in the world with these different you know, mindsets and whatever. But that had to go. It's unrighteous, man. It's wicked.
That's how we have to die, man. You know? And we have to die from those kind of mindsets so we can be what? Gain the life that we live, man.
That's right.
Which is the Lord, man. You know, because the way of this world is all leading to what? The same direction, man. The direction of destruction. You know, which majority of these people of the world gonna be found in that path of destruction because they believe what? On lies and deceit, you know. You know, they have drunk the wine of fornication, which Esau is spewing out, man, around the world, man. But when we tell you of the word of the Heavenly Father, you always refuse it and reject it. So you're gonna be destroyed. And the word of the Heavenly Father is a true light, man. the true path that's gonna lead to your work, to life, man, to your salvation. You Israel.
Because that was part of the condition, man. For the Lord to take us back, part of the condition was to return from my iniquities, man. To return from my wickedness. That means you gotta give it, give all that back. Give it up, rather. Sorry, you have to give that up. That way of living, you have to give it up, man. That's not going to help you. Okay, it's not going to help you survive what's coming upon the earth, man. Because Lord ain't going to come to you, man. Lord's going to come to you and defend you in that day. If you can't give that up,
We go 2nd Ezra 15 and the 5. Behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their artful works are fulfilled.
Right, so wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. Okay, the bottle is almost full. Right, it's pretty much full. And again, as part of the prophecies, man, why this is the time and not the time before? Because wickedness hasn't grown enough yet. The wickedness that like the Romans were on is nothing like the wickedness that Esau's on today. Esau's mass-produced that wickedness, man, all over the globe, not just in Europe.
In the deep Amazon, man.
Yeah, even the Amazon, even in the ocean.
Yeah.
But he out there in the Americas now. He got that whole side of the earth he's got unlocked now for these corporations, pollutions, and his wine, his philosophies. He's got that going all over the place, man. Wickedness is growing on the earth exponentially compared to that time. So the time had to build up to this point. It's the same with the flood. The Lord, he knew, like, it didn't take all the way to the end for the Most High to notice these men were wicked.
Yeah, even this recently, the Camilla
Harris.
Harris. Yeah, the vice president of America, he was going around the world, especially in these African countries, try to beguile them.
Bribe them.
Yeah, bribe them. Give them money so they can allow war. That's the mindset of war. LGBTQ society to flourish in those countries. But some of them they reject. Some of them, I believe, they take the pass.
Yeah, that's it. I say Esau has access to more of the world than he ever used to. So he's wicked. His tentacles are everywhere, spreading wickedness, man. Like I said, the ocean isn't even exempt, man. Space ain't even exempt. So like I mentioned, the flood. The Most High waited to a particular point in time, but the Most High decided this is the judgment I'm going to do. Right? Because even when he told Noah what he was going to do, it was still like 100 years after that he did it. So more wickedness was still being done in 100 years. More wickedness was being done. But the Most High already knew where it was all going to go, where it was leading to, right? And the Most High decided then, look, I'm going to flood the earth, man, for this wickedness, man.
Even when them Canaanites were in the land which was supposed to be our land, Most High told him, Abraham, no, this is your land. He promised him.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna give you until their wickedness been fulfilled, man.
That's right.
And your sons gonna come to dwell in this land.
And that's exactly what it is now. We're having to wait until Esau's wickedness is fulfilled, because he has to be deserving of the judgment the Most High brings to him.
Most High gonna be justified, man.
That's right. So he has to be worthy of the judgment, man. Lord can't just burn him with fire, and all he did was, he did one act of wickedness. One Edomite somewhere did one act of wickedness, and the Lord go and burn all these people. No, Esau has to be allowed to do this wickedness, man, to grow and grow and grow and grow until it can't be undone. It's so much now. They say his sins or his wickedness mounts to the heavens, man. So Lord has made it that Esau got to this point. So the Lord is justified in destroying him utterly, man. Utterly to the point, not only does he lose his kingdom, but utterly that his whole race disappears 1,000 years later. Most High is righteous in judgment. Okay, so however it looks to us right now, it is what it is. But the Lord ain't gonna give you a judgment that's more than what you deserve.
Yeah, like even in Nineveh, when Mosiah was, about to destroy Nineveh, what did the Mosiah do? He sent his man, his man prophet Jonah to warn the city. No, and the people in the city, believe, on prophet Jonah, and they repent. But Esau being proud, he is being wicked, he is, man. It's not gonna what? It's not gonna bow down, man.
He's gonna go back to wickedness, man.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And it's like I said, the Most High warns everybody. The Most High's got us warning you.
Okay.
You can't say you weren't told. Most High gave you the chance, the opportunity to get right. But like he told, what he wrote about the Canaanites, that their cogitation would never be changed. He knew that though, because they were never made to be. They were never made to be righteous. They were made to do good. They're heathens, right? But the Lord did say it, so you can't say He didn't tell you. And that's just what it is, man.
It's the book of Psalm 37 and the 35. It reads, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. And that's what it is. It's gonna be upon Esau, man, in the near future. After they serve the judgment said by the Heavenly Father, because of what they have done to His people, they're gonna walk. They're gonna be terminated, man, from the earth. Man. They're gonna be taken out of this planet Earth. Right now, they use their money, their influence, that knowledge to go around the world spreading God. Their wicked mindset, but all this is gonna be cut short soon. Man.
That's it. Like the scripture says that you're gonna have to find him, right?
Yeah.
Because right now you go anywhere on the road, he's still there.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, man. Because he got the money and the resources to be in these places.
That's good, man. Even if he is not himself there, his money is gonna be there, which carries his image,
his corporations or whatever, man. He's there. So he's gonna come a point in time you're not gonna find him. You're not gonna see, because you can quite easily go to another country and you'll find Esau. Easy. But it's gonna come a point in time you might go traveling, go somewhere else in the world. You ain't gonna see no Edomites, man. You might see the odd one in a fucking well somewhere, in a mine somewhere, in a pit somewhere, cleaning animals somewhere, or whatever, man. But you ain't gonna see them like you see them today. Like now you got a bunch of them in the park. You're not gonna see them. And that's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
These motherfucking naked Edomites and shit. We ain't gonna fucking see them, man.
You let them, man. They're wicked. They're like cancer, man. They spread, man. They spread, and they consume your body, man. Consume these people. That's what they are, man. That's why they have to be cut off, man.
They left no root, no branch. That's it. So they can't grow. Right? That's why it's impossible for any Edomite to be saved, man. For you that still believe that Edomites can be saved, righteous Edomites somewhere. No root, no branch. When there is no root, no branch, it can't grow. You've been ripped out of the earth and burnt up. You cannot grow again. You ain't coming back. All right? If you had one left, he could grow branches. He got a root. But there's got to be no root to Esau, man. Okay?
Yeah. Maybe one more. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the hand of that man is peace. And who is the perfect man? It's beginning with the Lord Himself, Yahweh Shai Masha. And the rest of the nation of Israel, first to begin with those who are going to be saved from this side, man. The elect men, and the rest of the nation of Israel in the kingdom. They're all going to be perfect, So we're going to be at peace in the kingdom. And the Bible says, the word say, when we come to our rulership, all these nations, man, they're gonna move from their war mindset to what? To peaceful way of life, man. They're gonna be indulging themselves in agriculture and stuff like that.
This is the thing, man. The laws in the scriptures, man, is peace, man. But the world don't really run on. You don't run on this, man. You don't run on the laws of the scriptures. You run on Esau's laws. You know, his versions of things.
It's full of violence, man.
All he causes is injustice, man. Righteous judgment doesn't go forth from him.
That's why the nation are mad, you know, because he right now is a judge, you know. Mosiah put him as the judge, but he don't know how to judge the people, man. No, that's why he go around destroying lands, you know. I mean, dropping bombs, you know, creating this, weapon of mass destruction, you know. Go in the ocean, mess up with the ocean, mess up with the ecosystem. Everything is upside down right now because of him, you know. So he terrorizing everything, man. So he got to be taken out there,
because he acts under himself. He's held accountable to no law other than what he gives himself, and even then he doesn't go by his own fucking laws. It's the way he decides at the time. You know, that's why laws are important, man, to hold people accountable, to stop people doing some fucking stupid shit. You know, and if the law was enacted, because you know some of these laws in here, they're kind of rough, right? They're kind of rough. Yeah, we acknowledge that in this world that we live in today, it'd be kind of rough. But you wouldn't have all this fucking madness going on, all this adultery, all this LGBTism. You wouldn't have none of this be going on right now because people would be too scared to do it. Because the element of fear has to be there, man.
Yeah, and the Bible says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Wisdom, that's right. And that's the problem in this place, man. Esau allowed you to do wickedness. Again, he's giving this playground as a festering cesspit of wickedness, man. And Esau gives you all the right conditions to be able to fester. You know? That's why he needs to be taken out of the way.
That's why people are confused, man. People are fools, you know. People believe in things that they are not supposed to be believed, you know. Believing like they are trees, man. You know. There are some people believe themselves like that. Some people they do surgery to look like a creature, you know. That's a foolish mindset because there's no wisdom in them. You know?
But they act like dogs.
Yeah.
You know, people get married to trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you say that they think they're trees?
Yeah.
But the script does say about how trees are.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they are trees. I mean, we are like trees, but not like the way they believe.
Yeah, we're not stuck in the ground. No, no, it's deranged. This place is deranged, man. Yeah. You know, it's what's the scripture say, man? Inordinate affections, man. You know, people just fucked in the mind, man. Esau's fucked them. You know, Esau tell you it's alright, you can be who you want to be. So yeah, go be a fucking tree then. It's dumb. It's so stupid, man. But we're supposed to be enlightened. We're supposed to be smart and intelligent, wise. This is not an existence that proves that, man. It doesn't show that.
Yeah, like the one woman in America, I believe, who married herself. I believe after a few, I don't know, hours or minutes or seconds, she divorced herself. So that's not wisdom. That's not wise. I mean, as brother say, people are not wise right now. People are full of darkness.
But this is the thing, like if you understood that, if you get married to somebody, even if you was in control of who you married or when you got married, right? If you understood you're putting yourself into slavery, you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that. That's madness. Why would you do that? You would have should have kept your ass, your chastity and shit, kept it for longer, man. You would have just done some next, because they do that in America, Las Vegas, that wedding shit. I think Britney Spears did it one time. These people just out of their fucking minds, man.
Okay. How can you marry yourself?
Yeah, it's so stupid, man. But this is the world we live in. We live in a world full of stupidity. And just carnal lust, carnal stupidity, man.
And this happened because people, they don't exalt Most High, man. They don't follow what Most High say, the righteousness of the Heavenly Father, which are the Lord's certain commandment, man. But if, as brother say, if people follow this, follow the word, man, this world will be at peace, People are not going to be coveting other people's lands, That's what Esau is doing, man. He's coveting every man's land, man. That's why you see violence and the war everywhere, man. But when we come to our lordship, it's not going to be like this, man. We go back to second Ezra. This second Ezra 15 and the 7 say, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
All right, so again, just going back to the Lord bringing judgment upon the place against our enemies, they being, God alone, like being one of those enemies. The Lord had enough now. He had enough with that individual. He allowed them to do that wickedness, but now it's enough now. Now it's time for the judgment. Same with the guys, in Morocco right now that got hit up by the earthquake. It was their time. Lord had enough of them. He's done enough wickedness, and every man got allowed to do different levels of wickedness and different amounts of wickedness. But when your time is up, your what do they call that, man? Shit. Oh, I can't think of the word, man. But your allocation of wickedness when it's filled, man. They're also gonna take you out.
Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. He will not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He feareth not, but the unjust knows no shame. So all this judgment that you see around the world are happening. All these great events, like earthquakes, wildfire, any these accidents, road accidents, you may be on the street there, a tree trying to fall on you. All these are part of judgment, man. Which Most High always will do to cut off those wicked, the wicked,
Yeah, that's it.
Even them diseases, even someone to go in prison is to take that person from going on with his malicious way, wicked ways, man.
Hey, man, he might still do wickedness in jail. Not like he might still do wickedness in jail, man. But the fact is, he's fucked. He bound. He in slavery now, like proper. And you don't want it. That's a place you don't really want to be. Yes, you don't go there by choice, man. Most High has judged you, man. And like I said, there's probably more judgment to come for you. But this is the start of it. Because damn sure there's a judgment for all you wicked niggas out there, man. One that is gonna end you. But like I said, the Most High, he like to do things over a process of time. Okay.
As I continue to say, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right. So, like I said, you did all this wickedness, no lie. Getting the bloods of Christians, shooting up Bibles and stuff. The Lord hears us. The Lord hears our pleas, man, our cries. Right, and brings judgment on the wicked against our enemies, man. It's not a light thing to mess with them in the Lord. I know we just look like regular people. Can't be helped. We are just men. But the Lord has it's the work of the Lord that you're attacking. It's not us. It's the Lord. Right? And you might not respect that. You might not respect that we're men in the Lord or whatever, man. But there's a problem with that. Because the more you're disrespecting the Most High and His word. Right? And so if you do that, expect problems, man. At some point, expect problems. Most are gonna collect.
Measure.
That's it, right? So you should always think before you open your mouth or before you do something that offend these little ones. Scripture speaks about offending these little ones, man. It'd be better if a millstone was hanging from the neck and thrown into the sea. You should think before you act, right? Don't just look at us and think, oh, these are just chumps. I can say and do what I want to them because they ain't gonna do nothing, man. They just got Bibles, they ain't gonna do shit. And you think you do something, well, just know angels are watching you, man. The Lord is watching you. And the Lord got the stop clock on, waiting for your time. Because it ain't gonna be pretty when it comes.
Psalms 105, 105, Psalm 105 and 15 say, touch not mine anointed and do my prophet no harm.
Right, but do you consider that? No, because you just think this is BS what we're doing. You know, you look at us as weak, and we are, you know, men. We are weak in the flesh, but we're strong in the spirit, and that's the part people don't consider, man. The Lord is actually dealing with us, man. But you know, some people are gonna find out the ultra hard way, you know.
As goes on, it say, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right, the Lord's gonna avenge us, man. Okay, we're not gonna avenge ourselves. You know, there's gonna come a time where we're gonna be in a position to be able to do that. But at least to begin with, the Lord is gonna avenge us, man. Like I said, we didn't have to do nothing to no light. The Lord got him. The Lord put him in jail. The Lord got him in the cell with Big Rex, right? We didn't have to do that. The Lord catches up to all you guys eventually. You know? Yeah, fine. Read down to verse 13.
Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plague as before.
Right, so going into this now with the whole Hebrew Defense Unit, HDU, right? Where you guys think that by getting together and collecting guns and whatever, you're gonna do something in the planet, right? That's what I was thinking about before. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in all our captivities, Israel have never delivered themselves physically by warfare. Because when we came out of Egypt, right, the Lord had said we came out in our armies, right? But did we actually fight? We didn't fight nobody. When we came out of Egypt, we didn't fight nobody. The Lord did everything. The Lord stretched out his hand against Pharaoh and Egypt and destroyed them. We did a lot of running. We did a lot of running away. You know, we didn't do no fighting. So we come out of that without no weapons, without war with anybody, but defeated the Egyptians. Right? So that was one of the cases I was thinking about. When we was going into the land of Canaan, now we was fighting to get our land. So that's a bit different. We was in captivity. We was on a conquest, right? So we took our nations, fair enough, right? Once we had established ourselves now, right? The Assyrians came and took out, the portion of Israel, put them into slavery, right? But ever since then, even Judah, they went into the Babylonian captivity, right? But ever since then, we was always under different occupations. We never fought and won our freedom from anybody. You know, the 10 tribes left after the Assyrian captivity, because Babylon had already, defeated them, right? So they left. They didn't fight their way out, right? Judah and the tribes that were in Judah, they went into Babylonia. They went under the Persians, the Medes. They didn't fight no way out. They was under captivity still, right? The Medes, sorry, the Persians. Cyrus the Great, the Persian Mede, one of those, right? Allowed them to build the temple, right? So that gave us a route back home. We didn't fight our way back home, right? But then the Greeks came. But now we're in Jerusalem. We have our own land again, right? Babylonians were taken down. The Persians were taken down. The Greeks were moving in, but we had Jerusalem already. We didn't fight to get that back, right? When the Greeks came, we were defending our home. We was under siege. We was free, but the Greeks were putting pressure on us, man. Right? And they was converting all of our people, man, because they was threatening violence. So we fought to protect our land and our ways, our heritage. So we fought for that. We didn't fight our way out of captivity, right? Because what happened then? Straight into Rome. Now we just under Rome, but we was in Jerusalem still. We still had our homes. But now we're just being overwatched by the Romans. We didn't fight, no, we didn't fight our way out of captivity, man. We've always had to wait upon the Lord. So having this group out there with guns and whatever, acting like they're gonna do something, they're gonna do this to Esau, protect Israel, and all this kind of bullshit. You ain't doing anything, because we have to wait upon the Lord. The Lord is the only one that's ever took us out of captivity, and that's what we're waiting for now. Because again, it isn't too strong for us. They got all the weapons. They have all the ammunitions or whatever. We can't take them down.
Can't take him. I mean, first of all, you can't take him Esau down from his blessing. Man. It's only the Lord who gonna come and take him down, as they say, you know. So Esau right now is being blessed with a sword, you know, and he got great sword, man. You know, even the sword that can, melt you alive, man.
Dissolve you.
Dissolve you alive, man. You're walking. There was I mean, I saw, man, like it's like radiation. There's a weapon that they have, like radiation. When you come across it, you feel the heat, and then you know what they say, like they're gonna use it to disperse. I mean,
the radio, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's like some radio wave, something like that, and you get hot, so you don't want to do nothing. Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah. He got all type of arsenal, man. All type of weapons, laser weapons. You know, the other day he shoot down. I mean,
laser beams.
Yeah, he shoot down laser beams to ban the lands, man. You know, so you can't fight him with your guns, man. You know.
But like I was saying, under Roman occupation, now we had to flee again. We was dispersed again. We didn't fight. I mean, we tried, but we dispersed. We ran. We was told to run to the mountains, right? We was told to leave. Of course, you had zealots and whatever going on, but we was told to leave, right? And so we're in captivity again. But this is why this is like it unto Egypt, because we've not been in that same kind of captivity since then, since Egypt. Because we've always been like in our land, so to speak. You know, we just had people overlording over us, but we was in our land. But now we're not in our land again. We've been taken in all these parts of the world, being ruled over by these heathen, by Esau. So we're in captivity again. And just like Egypt, that's why it's comparable with Egypt. The Lord is going to take us out again with a stretched out hand. Right? We didn't do nothing. Right? We were sitting inside the houses scared, and the Lord was doing the Passover thing, right? We were scared. We were worms, right? We were scared. We were waiting upon the Lord to help us, man. The Lord did what he had to do to deliver us out of the hand of the Egyptians, man. They didn't do nothing. Not one thing did they do. So what are you expecting? Why are you trying to do something that's never been done? The Lord's never done it this way. But you think that you're going to have some sort of success, victory? There's a reason why the Most High is not setting up men to do the delivering. There's a reason for that. We're going to get into that, Lord willing. But yeah, we continue reading that
up. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plague as before.
That's what the Lord is doing right now. It's smiting this Egypt, this Sodom and Egypt, right? Beginning with America, with plagues, man, as before. Things that led to its downfall, things that led to its destruction. The Lord never brought one plague to destroy it. It was a combination of things, a selection of plagues, time after time, just hitting it over and over again. This is what this place is going under right now. It's getting hit time and time again with different things, different problems that eventually is going to lead to its destruction. Okay?
Before, and I will destroy all the land, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the bursting and the air, and with a fearful constellation.
Right, so all these weather anomalies, man, destroying the crops and destroying infrastructure and whatever. It's the Most High's work to help bring about this world's destruction, man. To bring around Esau's kingdom's destruction. Right, and these are the things that we are seeing. These are the things that we are noticing. Like I said, we're being diligent about the things that are going on in the earth. And everything is just the next step, the next step, the next step, the next thing. The step-by-step guide to Esau's destruction that we're witnessing. You know, and it will. That's where it will end up. That is the path that this world is on. All right. What verse you on? 13. Okay, yeah. Finish there then. Give me Acts chapter 5 and verse 35.
It's the book of Acts.
You done the 39, yeah?
35.
Yeah.
It's the book of Acts 5 and 35, which reads, and he said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourself what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, for before this day rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all the men as obeyed him, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
Right. So you had guys like this in the past. The guys that were on the more militant side, to put it right, thinking that they were going to do something in Rome. To the Rome, they thought they were going to do something to the Romans, man. Right. But this is one thing that people don't understand. There's nothing you can't do against prophecy. So if the Most High has an intention for them to be ruling for a certain amount of time, there's nothing you could do to bring it down early. Right? Though it is also prophecy that certain men were raised up just to be examples of what not to do. Right? So you had this guy who raised up some mans and was, causing problems. Right? But ultimately, what happened to him in the end? He was slain. He was killed. And it's the same with this Hebrew defense unit. They're just guys like buried this, man. Got a couple of men with you, got a couple of guns, and I don't know what your real intention is to do, because you probably ain't really on nothing, to be honest. It's just fucking a facade, an act, to look good, right? To feel like you're somebody, right? You had an impact before. What the fuck did they do? Nothing. They caused a bit of controversy, and that was it. Some man shot themselves. Just stupid shit, right? Because the reality is, you people ain't gonna do nothing, man. You ain't gonna accomplish anything, because it's not for you to accomplish what the Lord set in His own hand to do. That's why none of us are going around acting like we're gonna do something, man. Because we ain't. Not right now. I know you got Sakari out there, playing the hard role. Acting as if a motherfucker would. They're gonna do something. They want to smoke. But we ain't here to do all of that, man. Yahweh Shai never left teaching to go sign up to some fucking military to go take down Rome, did he? No, he didn't. Right? You'd feed on him.
Yeah, and also I want to add, like Esau, man, you can't come against him. He got military, man.
Yeah, what the fuck you got? Jay ain't got shit, man.
Yeah.
Couple of handguns, maybe a couple of machine guns, but not enough ammunition to fight no war.
That's what it is. No, few rounds, you're out of ammunition, man.
Ammo, man. Fucking then you're on the run.
So what are you gonna do?
You're doing zigzag running, man, trying to escape.
Before you know, your head is popped.
Yeah, man. Get sniped. Because Esau trained, man. Esau's fucking trained.
That's what I want to say. Like they have a military, trained military, man. They got snipers who have been trained. All their times were in the battlefield. They were in Iraq, in Syria. Syria. Arabia, and all around the world, man. So that you just go to do. You went for a few rounds of training. That's not gonna compare to what these armies have been doing, man.
Yeah, they're proper trained, man. Yeah. Esau truly is blessed with the sword, man. And I don't think you little brutes think think it straight, man. Like you're gonna take down Esau or whatever the fuck it is that you're thinking. Like I say, I think it's just for the shit, but you know, it's not realistic, man. It just really ain't realistic, man. Especially when we've been told to wait upon the Lord. Like, what are you guys doing, man? I say it's all for show, man, but fuck you guys, man. We're gonna get into it more, but yeah, we'll continue.
Sure. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obey him, were dispersed.
Right, so because you know they rose up because of the taxing, they were getting hurt because Esau taxing the shit out of them, just like now he's taxing the shit out of Jake now. But for us that are in this truth, this is why we're asked to be patient, right? Because these are the type of people that lost patience or had no patience. They couldn't wait. They thought that they had to do something themselves. They were so frustrated. They thought that they had to do something themselves. But then they've not followed the commandment of being patient, to suffer. They didn't want to suffer no more. Oh, we're gonna do this. And what happened? Nothing.
Yeah, at least Maccabees, man, they were fighting for right cause, man.
They're defending their land, defending their culture, their people.
Yeah, the law of Moshe.
This is the difference. People think about the Maccabees, yeah, we was fighting wars. Yes, we were. But people just take that out of context now and think, oh yeah, we should just go up and ride up then, innit? We're gonna ride up and slay some heathen. Bro, that's not how it works. The reason why we was even fighting in the first, not because we just wanted to fight. We was defending ourselves, man. We was defending ourselves against the heathen. You know? Right now, we're not defending our homeland. We're in Babylon, we're in the UK, we're in America, we're in all these different, now we're not defending shit right now. Our defense right now is really teaching our people who we are. Because they don't even know that. It's not like back then everyone knew there was an Israelite. So you're defending that. What was it to defend that? We're going to defend these wicked ass Jake from Esau. You're just as wicked as they are. No, our job right now is to teach this word, man. The Lord is going to come and defend us. They will defend the elect. Right? The Lord is going to come and do that. We don't need to get no band together and roll out with guns and shit. We're men of faith. Men of patience, man. And all these guys that are impatient, that ain't got no faith, man, you're going to get destroyed.
This is the book of Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jeers.
Right, so the Most High is organizing all of this, man. You know, all these military that we're talking about, he's got bare ammunition, hollow point bullets, and radio wave machines, and drones and robots, and all this shit, man. The Lord's gonna gather a lot of these guys up and send them to fucking Middle East, man, to be destroyed. Why am I? I don't need to do nothing to this dude, man. All these military personnel, because there's a lot of them. They're still gonna be there here on home turf, obviously. But the Most High is gonna destroy the armies, break their teeth.
Moshe says he's gonna destroy the whole land of America. So what do you need to focus right now to work for your own salvation, man?
What's doing? It doesn't make any sense to do or think what you're doing. You know, to claim what you're doing, it doesn't make any sense, man. The Lord's gonna destroy the whole place. What's the point of doing anything like that? Everyone's gonna get caught up in the same destruction. You better just focus on getting out. That's what you should be doing. You know, serving the Lord and getting the fuck out of here. Right? Because they're all gonna burn anyway. You feel not, your head's not screwed on right, man. But again, going back to the beginning, you're just rebellious people, man. You want to do things your own way. But it's never worked out. You know?
The Bible says, I mean, the word say don't conform with the word, with this word, man. The life, the culture of this word. You have to separate yourself, man.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that, I mean, this president is not your less, man. There's a lesson which is coming, which is on the way, which is coming, you know, which is the kingdom of heaven. Knowing this place is going to be shut down, man. You know, the system, the man system, I mean, the institution that Israel is learning, all this, I mean, cooperation, all that's going to be done away, man. You know?
These niggas think they're gonna do a coup like they did in Niger, man, or in Gabon. Bro, this ain't Gabon, this ain't Niger, man. This is America. This is America. This is Britain. You ain't gonna do that, man. Don't know what the fuck you thinking. Esau ain't just gonna roll over and fucking take him over. It's stupid, man.
And America is a what? It's a stronghold of Edomite kingdom, man.
Yep.
So what do you think is gonna be there, man? All type of missiles and the weapons.
Only death awaits you, man. Yeah. You guys, man. Only death awaits you, man. Same as Pharaohs and Judas, man. Death. You know? So it's all in vain. It's all vanity, man. You know, that's why we're gonna stay what we're doing, man. We're gonna do what we were commanded to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, seek the kingdom of heaven, man. And everything shall be added, man.
That's right.
You know, all the Messiah said, oh, you shall meditate terrors upon your enemies.
Meditate terror. Yeah. I mean, enacting terror. It's not yet. Yeah. We're not in a position to do that, man. We're not in authority. We're not in rulership right now. And this is the key point. We have to be in our power first to redo what we want to do to these heathens, man. Yeah. And right now, we're not in our power, man. We're not got the rulership. We ain't got our laws established. We can't do those things.
We got no stronghold.
That's it. Nowhere to go. No, we're in the enemy territory, man. You stupid.
And this already study you, man, in and out.
Yeah.
You know your
habits and all this shit, man.
You know all the means, man, to catch you, man. You know, so the only way, man, you need to hide your work on the word, man, of the Heavenly Father. I mean, that's if I may lead.
Yeah.
Well, this is a book of Psalms. This is a book of Psalms 91 and 1. It says, "What? He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." You know, and the secret place of the Most High is what? The word, man. His words, man. We need to be occupied with the prophets, with the word of the Heavenly Father, man. Forsake everything of this word, man. Come back to the power, man, and seeking while you can, man. You know? I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust. And so the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, Yahushua Mashiach, is our stronghold, man. Not our the gangs that you have. You know, how many people are there to support you? But because this battle is not our battle, man. We can't deliver. By the strength of our own hands, man. We're gonna be delivered by the strength of the right hand of the Heavenly Father, which is the Yahushua Mashiach. Yeah.
It's like you guys might think, you know, you're doing something noble, you're protecting the streets or whatever, from Esau, the heathen or whatever. But you're rolling around with guns, man, and that's just it's a bad recipe, isn't it? Because only one accident, one incident has to happen. Someone gets clapped, someone gets shot, someone dies, or whatever, right? You know how much, bro, Esau's not gonna let up on you, man. You know what happened to Black Wall Street, right? Esau don't give a fuck. He will come and fuck your shit up, man. You know, because you're not what do they call that, man? For lack of a better word, you're not authorized to do what you're doing, to patrol your street like you're the police. You ain't the police. You ain't got the jurisdiction to do what they do. There's no law protecting you. You got law protecting the police. There's nothing protecting you, man. So if you clap somebody now, bro, your whole organization, man, it's gonna get shut down, man. And if you think you're gonna sit there and do a standoff with the police and the SWAT team and the military or whatever, you're just out of your damn fucking mind, man. So you might as well not be carrying around guns and shit.
You're gonna shoot the laser from the space.
Blow your shit up, man. Just leave smoke, you know.
Second. What kind of weapon do you have, man? You ask them there, man. They just got guns and
Glock and an Uzi.
That's all they got, man. So he's got everything in store, man. And he's not gonna use all of it. He's not gonna use the top of his the weapon that he have in his arsenal, man. He's gonna use the basic one, man, to destroy you.
And this is the thing, man. As a people, we are defenseless, right? But then we're supposed to be defenseless. The Lord calls us as worms. Worms are defenseless. Worms ain't even got no limbs to fight off any predator. It's just exposed. And that's how we are right now, and that's how we're gonna be until the Lord comes. Because we need the help of the Lord. This is why the focus is on needing that help. Knowing that you need that help. Okay, and what are you prepared to receive that help? Are you turn from your wickedness, man? Because you want that help. You need that help. Because life is shit for Jake. And all of us, every one of us can agree, man. The lives we live, man, the life we live is fucking hard, and we want it to come to an end. You know, but you got to do the right things first. You know, you got to do what's right by the Lord first, man, before you get that help. Because otherwise you're gonna burn like everybody else, man. You know.
I'm gonna go on and say, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. You know? So all this is a trap that is setting, man. You know, one which is that gonna lead to MOTB. You know, you're not gonna be part of that. You know, because the Most High is gonna show you. You know, it's gonna show you the way. You know, which is the way is found in the Bible. You don't need to take the MOTB. You know, and most of you Jakes have been trapped in this system in a different way through the policy that we so got, which we all been trapped, but we have the way out through the Lord, man. You know.
And you're gonna escape the greatest of the pestilences, which is those missiles, man.
Yeah, missiles.
You know, because obviously if you go trust in the Lord, you ain't gonna take the MOTB, man. Because the Most High got a judgment against those that take it, right? So you get to escape from that. That's what you want, you know. Are you right now?
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under the wings shalt thou trust. The truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You know, so this truth is our shield, man, and the buckler, man. This is our line of defense, man. You know, it's not like you need to have guns and all other weapons that you just think is the way out for you. You know, we're not gonna deliver ourselves by our own strength, man. It's by the strength of the Heavenly Father. That's what it is, man.
Yep.
So,
yeah, where's you next?
Acts 5 and chapter 8 and B.
Yeah, we got to put it
on. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
And this is what these things are gonna play out as, man. These acts of men, okay, they're gonna come to nothing. Okay, yep.
But if it be of Most High, you cannot overthrow it.
So this is the difference. The work that we're doing are acts of the Heavenly Father, because this is what we're commanded to do. No one commanded you to go out there on the streets with guns and shit, acting like you're defending everybody. You know, antagonizing Esau and shit. Right? That's not in the scriptures. Right? So you're doing the work of men. So eventually what's gonna happen with that? It's gonna come to naught. But our work now, there's gonna be fruit to that work. Even though it doesn't look like it, because all we're doing is preaching, but there's real fruit to it because it's the work of the Lord that's taking place and not our own. It's not our work that's taking place.
Noah preacher, man, when the first wicked word, when Moses was about to destroy it, he told Noah what? To prepare. And Noah, he didn't prepare for 2 days, 3 days, man. He did it for 100 years, man. For 100 years, man, let me say. You know? And on his preparation, he was not just for himself, but he was telling people. You know? So Noah was a prophet as well. You know, telling the people that Moshe is about to destroy this word was fraud, but people that didn't listen, you know. And we come with the same message, man. So it's up to you to believe it or not. At the end, man, it's not gonna be of us, it's gonna be of Mosiah.
Yep.
But if it be of Mosiah, he cannot overthrow it, lest haply he be found even to fight against Mosiah.
Right, and that's all what these guys are doing. They're trying to do things their own way that doesn't fit what the prophecies speak about. So really, you're fighting against the Heavenly Father, man. You're trying to do things outside the Most High as set in stone to happen, to take place. In what's that word, man? Shit. In regards to our salvation, you ain't gonna play a part in no salvation. The Hebrew Israelite defense unit isn't gonna play a part in salvation, man. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed in the end. Right? That's what's gonna happen. Okay, you think you're gonna achieve or do something out of this is vain. You know, Most likely gonna take you out. Yep. Grab us 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 to 6. Come on.
It's the book of Jeremiah, pattern 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. So I am.
They're trying to make it like, oh, you got you, so we don't have to be afraid now because we got the defense unit, the Hebrew defense unit, so we ain't got to be afraid. No, the Lord's gonna make us not afraid. You ain't gonna do nothing. Eventually you're gonna get taken out, just like everyone else is gonna get taken out. And the only people that are gonna be delivered are the elect, and that's gonna be through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Now, funny thing what might be, he actually might use you. For us to get away or whatever. Who knows the infinite possibilities the Most High are gonna deliver us and bring us to different places or whatever, but you never know, right? You might use one of you simps to actually, help a brother out. Right, you get mowed down. Who knows, man? It's just not prophetic. It's just not of the Lord for you to accomplish anything. This is what it is, man. You're gonna end up just like everybody else that thought to do their own mind.
Yeah, we've been commanded, man, to preach the word, man, and to present ourselves like when this, we can be able to what? To gain the what? Gainsayers.
Oh, to convince the gainsayers.
To convince the gainsayers, like what we are doing is life,
Mm-hmm.
But if you carry guns and they say like you're there for the defense of the nation of Israel, but the Bible says different, that's to put away those who that's Messiah. The Messiah don't need them, right? If they join you, no, because you're gonna be part of the destruction,
Yes, sir. Because this is the thing, beginning with Yahweh Shai, this is the way. This is the path to salvation, not what you're doing. You set out some other way, right? The Lord spoke about another way. No thieves and robbers, they won't make it, right? But this is the way. This is the way we're trying to show our people, man, or at least the elect, that this is the way you have to walk in order to receive salvation. And that is the only way. There's only one path, a narrow path, as we just speaks about, right? There's only one way to salvation, man. Okay, so if you ain't doing it right, or ain't doing it, are you supposed to be doing it? You ain't on that path, man. You're on some fork road somewhere, doing your own thing. And everybody that's not on that path is destruction, man.
As I said before, man, they're not patient. They don't believe actually in Yahweh Shai, man. They see like maybe it take longer for them for Yahweh Shai to come. So that's why they want to make their own. They want to create their own power structure. The way of to make their own salvation. Which is wrong, man. No?
So you're not the first. You know, in fact, before I had the Black Panther movement. Before that, you had all these different movements that you're supposed to be protecting Jake. Where are they? What they all doing now? Nothing, man. You know, so this is nothing different. This is nothing new. So work just a work of man. So it disappears, man.
And we're going to say, for I am with thee, said the Lord, to save thee, though I make full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make full end of thee, but I will collect thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. No, we were wicked, we disobey our power, we come short of the glory of the Heavenly Father to this day, man. We all become sinners, man. But what Most High is looking, man, is for them that you walk for, contrite spirit, man, and the humble heart, man. So that's what Most High is coming to deliver, man. But if
those that repent,
those who repent. So repent. But if you think that your way is the way of salvation, you're gonna be what? You're gonna find out at the end, man. That's
yeah, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 to 6.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians 10, from 3 say, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Most High to the putting down of strongholds.
Our work does more damage or is more effective than all these other groups and what they're doing, man. Okay, this word is what's damaging this world, right? You don't need weapons to do that.
Even the Bible say, "What he that liveth by the sword shall die with the sword." So if you carry sword around, you're gonna die with the sword, man. And so the modern day sword is what? The guns, man.
I thought I had that written down. I thought I had that written down. Go continue.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of formation, and having readiness to revenge or disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Right, so we have to wait, okay, to the time, right, and be patient and be obedient. Right, we have to fulfill our obedience, man, by being patient and not getting ahead of ourselves, and then we can revenge the disobedience, all the wickedness that's going on in the world. We can't do it beforehand. We can't take vengeance in our own hands right now. It's not time. Okay, there will come a time when the Most High is going to put us on level to get vengeance, to get revenge. Okay, but that time is not now while we're here in the captivity.
We are serving punishment.
That's it.
So when we get light with the Lord, that's when we're gonna be able to punish this other nation. Right now, Moses is using Esau to punish us, man.
Yep.
Esau as the sword, man. He's using Esau as a sword to punish the Israel because of what we have done. But it's gonna come to pass, man. The table is gonna be changed, where Esau is gonna be down, we're gonna be up, and we're gonna do to Esau as he have done to us, man. By the Spirit and power by the Heavenly Father, man.
Verse 6, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna read again. Say, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
All right, so yeah.
So we are in the process of fulfilling that obedience, man. Because as I say, the affliction of lion is what? Is about to come to an end. So our punishment is about to be ended soon, man. And when our punishment is been ended, Mosiah say, what? It's gonna take the curses that they have put on us to these other nations, man. So they're gonna be going through what we are going through right now, and it's gonna be double to them, man.
That's right. Yeah, I must have forgot to write that down. But yeah, like brother mentioned that scripture about when Peter sliced up the ear of those soldiers that came to roll up on Yahushua. Yahushua told him to put back his sword into his sheath, right? And basically rough paraphrasing, he that lived by the sword shall die by the sword, man. We're not here to war with Esau right now. We're not in a state to fight Esau. We're not strong enough to fight Esau, right? We're not organized. We're few in number. It's not realistic, right? So we have to wait upon the Lord till He gives us power.
This is true. As you say, we are few in number, because the majority of our people are with who? With Esau, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have our own people fighting against us, man.
Yeah.
They're in his military. So really we're few in number, even though like there's lots of us.
Yeah.
We're not organized. We're not together. And the people that's not together can't do nothing. They can't fight. Right? They can't fight. So we're few in number. Those like-minded men are few in number. Right? So we're not going to do nothing to Esau right now. We're waiting for the power to be given to us to be able to do that. And those that are going to be given power are those of one mind under Yahushua. Then we're going to be more than enough. Even though our numbers are smaller still. We're going to be more than enough. Plenty more. Right? Overkill more, right? Than is needed. Because even Yahushua there with the angels, it's already over OP already, man. It's overpowered already. But we need to wait to be given the power to be able to exact the vengeance, man. To bring justice. So the only thing we can do is wait. Alright? But your brother, give me Judges chapter 7, verse 2. Please.
This is Judges 7 and 2. 7 and 2. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands.
Right. So the point I'm going to get at this is that there's a reason why men are not set up to deliver Israel. One, it's not prophetic, and two, it takes away from the glory of the Heavenly Father. Right. And this is the reason why we're reading this account with Gideon and the men that were with him to go out to battle. The Lord says, no, we're going to take a fewer number there because I don't want the men saying it was their hand or their strength that got them the victory. So it's the same thing. The HDU is not going to be used to say, oh, we defended Israel, or we saved Israel, or we did this, we did that, because it's not giving glory to Heavenly Father. Because it's not of His word, right? So that's why it's not be given into your hands to do anything.
It's not according to the prophets, man. The prophets say, it's the Lord who organizes for us, man. To our battle, to deliver us, It's not because of our own, man.
That's right.
As Gazoni say, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me.
Vaunt themselves, boast themselves, become proud. Yep.
Saying, mine own hand has served me.
Right? Our own hand. This is the reason when we came out of Egypt, no Israelite did a damn thing. No one raised their hands to defeat no Egyptian. It was all the Lord. And that's for us to know it was the Lord, man. Pharaoh came with his army to ride up against us, man. And we was defenseless. We was backed up against the sea, man. And every Israelite thought they were going to fucking die. They weren't preparing to fight. They knew it was fucking ludicrous, man. They didn't have no weapons. They were just there, sitting ducks, as they say. But the Lord brought the destruction. The Lord brought the judgment against the Egyptians. That is what's going to happen today. In this time. The Lord is doing the damage to these people, man. Talking about it today. Morocco, Turkey, Syria. And that's just, wherever, destruction.
Yeah.
The Lord doing all kinds of things.
As you said, man, all these events, the weather events, they affect crops and the global market, I may say.
Yeah, the food supply.
Yeah, food supply. So at the end, man, the whole earth is gonna feel the same pain.
The Lord is bringing everyone to their knees, man.
Yeah.
That's what the plagues did.
Yeah.
It brought everybody to their knees. Without the Israelites having to do anything. You don't need no defense unit, defense force or whatever, man. You ain't gonna do shit. The Lord is doing everything, man. That's why we ain't gonna worry about that side of things. All we gotta worry about is teaching. We ain't gonna worry about what Esau's doing this, we need to stop him, and we ain't gonna worry about all of that, man. We just have to suffer these things that are going on around us for a time. The Lord is gonna destroy our enemies for us, man. And when it's time, when that enemy is essentially destroyed already, the Lord's gonna give us power, and we're gonna clean up shop. That's how it's gonna be. And only then, only when we're given power, only when we're given dominion. And that requires for the Lord to turn us. So we have, again, wait upon the Lord. There's no point. You're better off just learning the truth, man, rather than acting like you're fucking the last action hero. Bunch of fucking Rambos. Oh, we're gonna defend the people. You better get this truth, man. That's the only way.
As you mentioned before, man, the defense is only the word, man. You know, the word of the Heavenly Father is our stronghold, man. So that's what we need to bury in, man. We need to hide ourselves, man. You know? And the rest we need to live to Most High, because He's the one who's gonna take care of the rest, man. You know? Seek for your salvation with fear and trembling. That's what it is, man. You know?
Yep.
Should I continue?
Way up to.
2, 3 of them.
No, that was the point. So yeah, even the Lord stripped down the men that was with Gideon, just so that they wouldn't attribute the victory to themselves. Because there's no way, no army should be winning with 300 men against a whole army. There's no way. So the only reason that they was survived, or even won, or even survived, is the fact that the Lord may give them the victory. There's no, you have to give it to the Most High, because there's no way you was gonna win. And that's why we don't have no army, we don't have no military. That's the whole point. We're defenseless. Before we start saying, yeah, but we did this though. Oh, we got Esau here. We dealt a critical blow to his, to his plan. He didn't do shit, man. Most High doing all the critical hits. Go to Psalms 18, Lord Bashar. You got something?
Yeah, I was doing the account that the Moshiach destroyed like 108, I believe, of the Syrians who came to fight in Israel. And Moshiach told David, I think David was King David, not to go, to war. You need to wait and see. Not David, I believe he's another king. Okay. Yeah, but he said like, don't worry. What I'm gonna do, you're gonna hear in the morning, right? And in the morning, they were like,
thunder and lightning was like.
No,
okay.
I will find the scripture. Which one was it?
Psalms 18. This piece.
This is the book of Psalms. 18 from the top?
Yeah, Bible sure.
It's the book of Psalms 18 and 1. It says, I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my backer and the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Right, the Lord is our rock and our salvation, man. If we're not going to put trust in some defense unit. We've got no trust in that, right? Because it ain't going to last, right? We're going to put our trust and faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Because He's the one that delivers.
I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies.
Yep.
The sorrows of death compassed me, and the cries of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ear.
But you want us to cry onto this defense unit. Oh, help us, please help us. We're not meant to be crying unto you, man. We're meant to be crying unto the Lord for all the injustice that's done. We're gonna go to you. You know? Yep.
As it goes on, then the earth shook and trembled, the foundation also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was loth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. And that's the fire that's gonna, the brimstone, man, coming out of the child of the Father. And that's gonna be done the same way again in this last days as well, man. When the Lord comes, to destroy the wicked, he's gonna destroy even the wicked of his people. Those who have rejected this gospel, man. Yeah. So, he bowed the heavens also, and he came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he Lord upon a cherub, and did fly, yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the winds.
When Yahushua returns with the chariots and the angels, man, there's so much destruction going on. You really think we got worried about these people and how many there are? They're going to be destroyed, man, in the blink, man. It's going to be easy work. But this is who our Savior is, though. This is who we're waiting upon. You know? Yep.
As it goes on to say, and he made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him were dark waters and the thick crowd of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick crowd passed hail, stones, and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yeah, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightning, and discomfited them. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundation of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils, he sent from above, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me.
Right, so this is the point I want to get to now, right? Because you heard what the Lord did for David, right? For the things that the Lord did. We're waiting for the Lord to do his thing again now. And again, like I mentioned, he's already doing things, right? That's destroying our enemies, destroying this kingdom, making our enemies weak, right? But like David had to admit, his enemies and those that hated him were too strong for him. That's the position that we're in. Esau's far beyond our capability of taking on. It's not even worth thinking about, right? Our enemy's far beyond us, man. Right? And it's going to take the Lord to balance the scales for us. Right? But only when the Lord decides it's time where he's supposed to come down can we come up. We have to wait for that transition period at that point where the balance is changed in our favor. Right now is not that time. You know? So we got the task of teaching, being fishers of men, not the hunters that we're gonna become. We're not hunters right now. We ain't been transformed into hunters. I don't feel like I can hunt anybody right now. You know, my back hurting just standing here. You know, I mean, I ain't in a place to hunt right now. So that time hasn't come yet. When we get changed, we're gonna become hunters because we're gonna have all the power necessary to subdue our enemies, like that. You know, we have the power to subdue our enemies then. But now is not that time. Now we just gotta play the role right now. You know, like I said, be patient. You know, wait. You know, just teach this truth. Okay, our time will come.
Yeah, and the waiting is a long suffering. You know? The game of waiting is a long suffering, man. So we need to suffer while we wait for the Lord, man.
But this is why we diligently watch,
Yeah.
because we're eager. We're eager to get to the end of this thing. This is why we're always watching, because we want to get out of here. We want to get to that point where we can actually do the things we speak about in the scriptures, man, and get vengeance on our enemies. So we're always watching to see how close we are, because we're interested. We're invested, man. We're interested in that day. You know, this isn't like a spectator sport, man. You just sit there and just no, yeah, there's a participation that you got to do, man, in the spirit that you got what's that word, man? You put yourself out there, man. You know, for lack of a better word, right?
The region, really. Because we are not doing our own work. We are doing the work of the Lord, man. And at the end, we're gonna be rewarded for what we do, man. You know. So we need to follow the commandment. Even in the war, if you go out of the order that is being set, you may end up dead, or if you didn't die, you're gonna have war. You put your people in danger.
Yep.
You know, the army in danger, so you're gonna suffer the consequence of that of the one who is on top of you, man. You know, so it's very important to stay in order, man. You know, we are the army of the Lord, man. You know.
But going back to this disobedient, hard-headed nature, it's just rebellion. You don't want to listen to the word of the Lord. You want to do your own thing. Okay, we're not about doing our own thing. We're here about doing what the Lord commanded us to do. Okay, the way He wants us to do it. You know, we're not meant to be putting our own spin on things, because we're the ones having to conform to the Heavenly Father, not the other way around. You know.
So don't add or don't take away from the word. So what is written in the word, we need to follow, man. We don't need to add our own spin, as brother say, our own way of thinking, man. The word is say what is saying, man. There's no anything need to be added or to be taken away, man. You know. No, this book doesn't have any mate, as you say in the book of Isaiah, I believe.
Yeah, no mate.
Yeah.
You should not want his mate.
Yeah. This book would stand itself. The word of Most High is true. You know, stand itself. It doesn't need it. Yeah, you may need it to this secular history just to back the word, but the word stands itself, man.
Yeah.
It to cover everything. You know.
Yep. How much is that for you?
Okay. So I'm 17. I was already 17 now. I was going to 18.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's the point anyway. You know, our enemy is too strong for us, man. And this is why we have to wait from the Lord, because He's gonna do. He's the one that's gonna bring down our enemies for us, man. Just like He did with the Egyptians, right? The Egyptians were mighty compared to us. We had no way of defending against ourselves, and that's what our people are right now. Our people are defenseless, even though you got guns and every unit on a level to take on Esau. Stupid, you know. Esau will destroy you in a minute, man. You know, the untrained shit. You know. Yeah, go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68 for the truck from there. At that point.
Now this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Into bondage again. Okay, i.e. in this current time, beginning with the land of America. This is what he's primarily speaking about. Okay, yeah.
With the ships.
With ships. We all know what happened to our people, right? The transatlantic slave trade. Okay, that's what happened to the Israelites, according to prophecy, as we're reading here. Yeah.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Which is our land. We've been taken away from our land. Yep.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right? Is that not what happened to us? Of course. Yep.
And no man shall buy you.
Right. So this is the point now. No man shall buy you. The word buy is Old English for save or redeem. Right? There's nobody on this planet that's gonna save us from Esau. Not one. Now we've exalted, our people have exalted a lot of people, leaders, so-called leaders in our history. You know, we've had the Martin Luthers and the Malcolm X's, and guys like these people, people look up to, right? Our people look up to, but not one of them has ever been able to deliver us from Esau or out of our captivity, out of our situation. Not one of them, because they're not meant to, they're not able to, they don't have the power to.
They've all been compromised, man.
Compromised, that's to say the least, right?
Yeah.
They're not been given the ability to deliver our people from nothing. That's why we're still in the same old shitty position that we're in now. Still begging Esau for fucking leniency, man, for help. So nothing's ever changed. So setting up all these organizations don't mean shit, because you're not set up to save Israel. You're not set up to help our people. You're gonna fail just like every last one of them failed, because they wouldn't do it the right way. Right? It's our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai that did things the right way. That when he had all the power to take on Rome, he didn't, because he wasn't timing it, because he was following the will of the Father. And the same thing was asked of us now. Is to hold it down, man. And your time will come. Yahweh Shai is waiting for his time as well to come down and fuck these guys up, man. Because Yahweh Shai could have done it. He had the power to, but he was doing things the right way. He was doing the things the way the Most High, his Father, wanted him to do.
Bow down to the commandment, man.
That's it. And we have to do the same thing. We have to do what was commanded of us by Yahweh Shai, which is to be patient, man. And do things how he told us to do them. Because when he comes, he's going to sort everything out for us, man. He's going to take care of all our troubles. So we're not worried about Esau. Yes, he's the fucking devil, man. Yes, he needs to be taught some manners. But that time will come. We can wait for that. That's fine. We just have to enjoy and suffer whatever it is that we have to enjoy and suffer till then. But we told the Lord, or we submit ourselves to the Lord to do that.
Make a vow, man.
Yeah.
When you come with this faith and this truth, you actually make a vow, man. So if you don't keep your vows, that's it, man.
Because it's like it's accepting the terms and conditions of a contract, man. When you come in this truth, man, you read about everything that's in the scriptures. You're supposed to learn, right? When they'll come to serve the Lord, prepare ourselves for temptation. Yeah, spirit, right? Because that's what it is, man. You before you commit yourself to following you have to know that this is what you're in for, man. This is what you're gonna have to deal with. Can you do this? Do you think you could do this? Because you don't know before the outset, but you have to believe that you can. That's why it's faith. You have to believe you can deal with all this stuff that's gonna happen. How you're gonna have to behave and all that kind of stuff. Can you do what's asked of you?
Yeah, you got to cut off your flesh, man. All the time, man. This flesh is weak. This flesh can drag you to do things that you're not supposed to do, man.
Yeah.
So you need to cut off the flesh, man. And follow what the Spirit says, man, which is what? It's a word, man.
And when you fuck up, can you bear the indignation of the Lord? All these types of things you have to be mindfully ready to accept. Because once you do, that's it now. You're going to be held accountable now.
So Yahweh say, well, count the cost, man.
Count the cost.
Yeah, when you come to serve him, you have to count the cost, man. You need to know this battle I'm going to win or no.
Yeah, do I think I can fight this fight?
Yeah.
But you have to have the confidence, man. And that's the spirit. And the Most High give you the spirit to have that confidence, to have that belief that you can endure all these things. Because if you can't you might as well not start. Because Lord said, you might as well not know the truth. If you're just going to go back into the world and do what the world was, then you knew the truth. Because you're going to get a greater damnation upon you. So you have to know these things, try or believe to know these things before you even sign that contract. Because now you're part of the new covenant. That's what it is, man. So yeah, get that, bro.
The contract is also, I mean, it's already the printing are there, man. Say like it's about your life as well, man. It's gonna cost even your life.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
This thing's about sacrifices, man. Okay, it's not for the faint-hearted. So if you take this lightly and you don't really respect it, you're gonna end up fucking up, man, and you're gonna get spewed out. And like I said, the end of you is gonna be worse than the first, man.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart alight and constantly endure.
Constantly endure, because that's what you're gonna have to do, man. Constantly suffer to put up with the fucking injustices and the wickedness that goes on around you, man, without losing your shit. Because it's weighty, man. It has a toll on the soul, right? It takes its toll on you, man. And you have to be able to carry on doing what you're supposed to be doing, continue to do what was commanded of us, man, regardless of how you're feeling and how fucked up you are, Yep.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
Right, when things get too tough, and our temptation is going to be that defining moment for a lot of you Israelites out there, man. We're going to see what everyone's really made of, man. Who the Lord's really dealing with, because all this discussion about the MOTV and what it is and what it ain't, that's going to come to an end, and you're going to have to make a choice, right? Are you going to flee away? Are you going to give up and just say, "Oh, I'm going to take it because man are hungry, got family to feed or whatever, or I want safety, I want safety from Esau."
You know what? I'm gonna take it and then I'm gonna take it out.
I'm gonna take it at lastminute.com. They ain't no doing that, man. Once you made your decision, that's final. Whether you take it out or not, whether you can or not, it don't matter. You've made your decision, man. You've been marked for destruction. Then you can't get rid of that mark. Once you put it in you, man, and the Most High got a spiritual mark on you, you're a fucking missile locked onto your head, man.
It's a covenant you already made. It's gonna be a covenant that you already made with Esau now, not with Mosiah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it means you despise the Heavenly Father in that moment.
Yep, don't have no faith. You feared Esau more than you feared the Most High. It's unacceptable, man. The Most High already told you what to expect, and then you guys are fucking around. You still pick Esau, man. What the hell, man?
Knowing for sure Esau's gonna go down. You join him.
That's it. Go hand join hand. God should not go unpunished, man. You're gonna get your recompense with him.
As goes on to say, cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerful, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Right, so that's that bearing the indignation of the Lord, man, because we're not perfect. We go through shit, man. We mess up from time to time, and we have to pay for that still. We're just not paying with our lives, because we have the grace that Yahweh Shai gave us, man. So we're not having to pay for these things with our lives, put to death and that. But there may come a point in time if it's the law of of members of the elect to perish, then they'll be paid then. But ultimately, we're here just to endure, the suffering, man. And if you're strong enough to, the Most High put the spirit on you to be strong enough to endure those sufferings, man, then you're gonna do well. Without it affecting your faith. Because some man's faith get affected by all the chastising, and they decide they can't take it no more. There's too many stripes, whatever, man, and they just want to leave. But it just means they were never really chosen.
Even the wicked in Israel in the time of Maccabees, they say like when we were like our own, we were flourishing, we were doing well.
Mm-hmm.
But since we come to Mosiah, it's like everything is not working there. So people they choose to go where? To follow the way of wickedness, man.
Go back to the world.
Yeah, they go back to the world. So
Try and realize some of the dream that they had, which usually doesn't come into pass anyway. It's just a vain thought. But now you're not in your mind, you're not weighted by this burden of having to confine yourself to how we are and what we got to do. Now they can do what they want to do, but knowing that there's great judgment for them though. They're not aware of it yet. So they think they're free now. But really you put yourself in bondage. Because now you're bound to the judgment, man.
For gold is tried in the fire, and the acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
Right? So it's a requirement to go into the kingdom, is to be tried and tested, to go through adversity. Right? So you have to understand these things before you decide that you're going to try and walk this path, man. Can you deal with that? Can you deal with your family members hating you, your woman hating you, your family, your children hating you? Can you put up with your face being put out there in the world and being deemed as a criminal or whatever, man? Can you deal with that? Now, none of us have ever been. Maybe none of us. Some of us haven't had to deal with that before. But you have to have in your mind that you think you can deal with that. For the Lord's sake. Right? It is for the Lord's sake. Because none of us would willingly just put ourselves out there in peril for no reason. So we do it for the Lord's sake, because that's what He commanded us to do. As if you believe in His word. So these are questions you have to ask yourself before you come in this thing, man. And only those that the Lord is truly dealing with are going to come in and going to stay in.
Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright.
To believe in Him, and He will help thee. This is the help that we need. Right? We believe in Him. So we expect that the Lord is going to help us in our time of need. Right?
Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest he fall.
Again, wait for the mercy, right? Unless you fall. Don't go to the side. There's only one way. All these other ways don't lead to nowhere, man. They will and lead to the ditch. Right? Lead to destruction. Right? There's only one way out of here, man. And that's through Yahweh Shai. Right? All this other stuff is, like the Elder Apostle always says, it's superfluous. It's not necessary. Because now you're gonna have people trying to join that because they like the idea of being some fucking Israelite warriors. Just to feed their ego. But it's not gonna ain't gonna come to nothing. We are gonna become warriors. Like I said, the time is not now. Right? We have to fulfill our obedience first, like we read earlier, before we can become those, godly warriors that we're gonna become. But the time will come when we get the opportunity to do all that.
We're gonna be the true heroes, man.
Yeah, man.
At the beginning of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, Lord, the way will be of those men. Because as you say, he that endured the temptation, shall be saved.
Yep.
And you're gonna be what? You're gonna be crowned with a crown, man. To symbolize his what? Kingship, man. So we're gonna be the kings of this planet Earth, man. And we're gonna be the foundation. We're gonna be the foundation, man, of this earth. Which everything is gonna come from us. We're gonna teach the nations the righteousness of the Heavenly Father. So being as a foundation, this earth is gonna be what? Stable. It's gonna be at peace. Not like the way we see right now, man.
True power and true righteousness is going to rule over the earth, man. Yeah. Esau has neither of those. Yeah. Esau has no true power. So over exaggerated, right? And he doesn't rule in righteousness. So he's neither able to control the earth in a way where he can maintain peace. That's why he just goes the chaos route. and now he's trying to bring people back in out of the chaos, order out of chaos. That's what he thinks, right? That's his method. But it's all through deception, i.e., not righteousness, right? So he's got neither of those things, but we're going to do both. We're going to have absolute power, and we're going to be ruling in righteousness, man, to maintain peace on the earth, to maintain righteousness on the earth. You know?
Yeah. And the Asha is the one that's going to come to put that smoke out, man, out of Israel, and that fire that Israel is causing around the world, man.
Mm.
You know, the Asha is the one that's going to take that out and it's going to establish peace, you know. And we being around, joining here with the Lord, we're going to be there, man, to what? To flourish that that's agenda, that agenda, man, of righteousness, man. You know?
Yep. Jeremiah 16 and 14.
This is the book of Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, say the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the land whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land, and their land that I gave unto their fathers."
Right, so we're going to sing new songs, man. You know, we're going to be celebrating new high holy day, right? That you know, the deliverance out of Egypt, although it was great, what the Lord's going to do now in this time, delivering us out of the land of the north, which is America, and you know, and elsewhere where we were scattered in the earth, it's going to be greater than that time. Full of miracles, man. Right, full of miracles, man. You know, you got to believe it all, man. But the whole world's going to experience it. They're all going to be witnesses. Okay, and it's going to come to the end where everyone's going to understand who the Most High is, man, and who his people are. All right? So we're waiting for that deliverance again, just like Egypt. Again, we went out not fighting. The Lord took us out of Egypt, man, while simultaneously destroying our enemies for us. When America gets destroyed, it's not because we took pocket nukes and let them go. It's because the Most High sent the missiles from Russia, and the whole of the whole world got nukes. The Most High sent those missiles to destroy America.
Most of us, man, we don't even have passport, man.
Why is it spies? I ain't gonna know it.
How I'm gonna be able to go the pain, man.
You know?
In America, they don't have most of them. Just in America as well, they got no passport. You know?
Too poor, man. Can't fly nowhere anyway. You know, it's just you know, it's the most rational thing to us that we're not here to do nothing. We're here to do what we're told to do, which is to teach, and the Lord will take care of our enemies, man. Okay, and we're all gonna know what time it is for us when we get given the power. Because we ain't gonna worry about this world and how it's set up. We know the green light's been given to us because we've been given the power, and we're gonna use that power and bring judgment. But until then, we're simple men doing a somewhat simple looking thing, even though it's great in power. But to the world, it doesn't look like we're doing too much. It looks like we're weak, and yeah, we are.
You're gonna be looking like a fool, as I say.
Yeah, for how should I say? We're not here looking strong, we've got guns and armor. That's not how we're gonna look in front of Esau, in front of the world. We're not gonna look strong.
Look flash,
you know. So, you know, we're waiting to be glorified and all that kind of stuff. You know, again, it's just a waiting game for us. You know, but we're going to carry on doing what we're supposed to be doing, what we're commanded to do. You know, because that's the right way, that's the right thing to do. Okay.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, say the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters.
So right now we've been employed as fishers. That's our job title, so to speak. We're fishermen, right? That is our job, bro. Not warriors, not you know, oil tycoons or you know, business moguls and nothing like that. Our job is to fish for the elect. That is our job title. Anything outside that is extra. things that we don't need to be doing. You know, some men have got prophet/rapper because some of them want to be rappers, some of them want to be actors. These are all extra additional titles that no one ever asked you to be. You know.
So I said, man, you ready to save the world. Muhammad, if you save Muhammad, it's something, I mean, the way it goes. You know, like, but you have to choose one, man.
Oh, you can't serve God and Mammon.
Yeah, you can't serve Messiah and Muhammad. Yeah. So you have to choose one. So if you're gonna save Messiah, you got to save Messiah, man. You know, to the best of your ability, according to the measure of first faith Messiah of bestow unto you. You know, but if you are in the middle, you know, today you're a lapper, tomorrow you're a prophet. That's Messiah hate. You say Messiah hate what? I mean, lukewarm. You know, you don't. It command him. It require you either be out or cold, man. So you don't need to be in between. You know.
And the Lord will outline, man. The Lord said he called for was it teachers, prophets, evangelists, apostles, or deacons, bishops, or you know, there's some of the titles that we hold, not rapper, not business mover,
or helpers,
or helps, right? But sometimes that's your part of things to help brothers out. Those that are more better off than others. You know, you have a means to help, right? But these are extra things that you want to bring from the outside, from the world in, rappers and actors and shit, man. The Lord never asked you to do none of that shit, man. That's all extra shit that is really spoiling the truth. Because now it's becoming more about those things. It's becoming more about the money now. It's becoming more about the image and things like this. We're not here to do all of that stuff. You know?
They're going back to the churches, man. Christianity.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Christianity is about how to make money, you know? To live that flash life, you know? Fancy car, fancy house.
More fame.
You know, fame, you know? That's what the Christianity is pushing, man. Prosperity in this society. But we push for what is coming, man. You know,
get your mind right.
Yeah, get your mind right for things that are not seen, man. You know, which is the kingdom of heaven. But before we get there, it's gonna be a lot of ongoing calamities and destruction on the way. You know, where a lot of people, great number of the Israel are gonna die on the list. You know, that's what we're pushing, man. You know?
Yeah. What verse you
want? 16. As it goes on, I'm reading.
You want to read them?
I haven't finished.
Okay.
Yeah. And they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hills.
Okay, so it's lucky, yeah. So again, right now we've been employed as fishermen, the fish for the elect, right? But there will come a time where we turn into hunters. Now, like I mentioned before, I don't feel like much of a hunter right now. I've not been enlisted to be a hunter yet, because I haven't been changed yet. It shows you it's going to be in that time when we get changed is when we're going to go hunting. When we get given power, that's when we're going to go hunting. Because brothers is weak. Let's be honest. You know, some brothers might be in shape and whatever, but we're not on the level to go and take on Esau and everything. 1,000 people, we're not on that level. So we're going to need strength. We're going to need power to do those things.
Yeah, the strength from above, is the spiritual powers, man.
Everyone thinks they're the fucking Punisher, bro. You know what I mean? He's gonna go out there on their ones and take down bare people, and bro, that's not us, man. It ain't a movie like that. It is a movie, but not like that. Our time is coming when we get given power. You know?
Now, right now we're going through the castles, man. As you say, you're gonna come, to your enemies in one mind, but you're gonna be running away separate, man. In a rough way, in a rough way. But they say what, like when we come to our right man, we're gonna be one person gonna be able to chase 7 of our enemies.
10,000 to flight and all that stuff.
But right now we're in the reverse.
Who's gonna fucking run away from us right now? No one's gonna run away from us.
We are the one who run it. When them checks see policemen on their neighbor, that's what they do. They run.
Yeah.
You know? They throw their guns if they have drugs, they throw it away to run for their life, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we're not hunters yet, man. And it will be evident when we are. right? People acting like they're fucking John Wick out here right now, as if they're gonna take on everybody. You know, we're not in that position right now. But when we are, it'll be painfully evident that we know it's time. And then all this talking and this inaction, as you might look at it, is gonna come to an end. Because we're gonna be taking action in that time. With the power. Okay. Yep.
As it goes on to say, for mine eyes upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Right, that was the point. Verse 4 was the point. You got anything that you want to read? All right, then we're gonna read Psalms 149 and 4. We'll close up on that. Just read it from 4 downwards.
This is the book of Psalms 149 and 4. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Right, he's gonna beautify us. Right? So once the Lord beautifies us, meaning we're gonna be delivered, he's gonna give him power, immortality, all the good stuff, right? That's when we're gonna be beautified. Okay? And that'll be the time where we go hunting.
Quicker. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and the 25. It says, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them.
So that's how things are now. Because our enemies are stronger than us, right? So when our enemy comes for us, man, Jake got to duck out, man. Jake got to run away from the cops and shit. They can't stand there and hold it down. They know they're not going to win that fight. So there's no point. So they all run. But that's the power Esau has right now. But we're going to turn the tables on him. Yahweh going to turn the tables for us, man. And then we ain't got to worry about having a gun or having ammunition. It's like the Matrix. When Neo goes, oh, so you tell me I'll be able to dodge bullets? And the Morpheus like, no, Neo, when the time comes, you won't have to. Yeah, you're gonna be so OP. It's like you ain't gonna run away from nothing. You just dodge bullets, then you're gonna do that. You disappear it. Do whatever you want, whatever your mind thinks of. The power you got, you could do it, man. And that's when these people are gonna be afraid. These people are gonna be afraid of the power that we're gonna possess, man. And that's why they're gonna start fucking running. Because we're gonna be blessed with power. We're gonna be beautified, man, shining and shit.
Yeah. And it shall be removed into all kingdom of the earth. And that's what we are right now, man. We are in every man's hand,
Well, this is fucking funny to cut you, bro. Even it's funny that we said we would be removed, man, because Esau got so much power and weight in this world. Like he want to move you out of a fucking area. He gentrify the place, and he'll put you somewhere else, in some other shitty, worse ghetto. Why he builds that place up and brings in Edomites and Moabites and shit there.
That's true.
Because he's got the power to do that to you. You can't stand in front. You can't stand in his way. He will do what he wants with you, man. Because we're weak, powerless. But not for long.
That's true, man. And it's happened many times, man.
Yeah.
We see, this neighborhood where it was full of jakes, but suddenly Esau started building those neighborhoods, man. Gentrify those neighborhoods, and little by little, they lays the work. The land, man.
They can't afford it.
People become a what? They were not able to afford, and eventually they move on to leave. They have to free.
Go to some poorer neighborhood.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be, man.
But we're gonna have Esau on the run, man. We're gonna put him in all the shitty places, man.
It's gonna be in the pits, isn't it?
Yeah, because he ain't got no land, so you're gonna be put in all the shitty places.
Yes. We go back to the book of Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Most High be in their mouth, and their two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the the heathen and the punishment upon the people.
So there will come a time where we have to get the vengeance on the heathen, man. But again, it's after we've been beautified, man. After we've been given that power to do that, because we can't do it without the power. Because like I said, none of us are John Wick. You know, I can go for a whole movie and just defeat everybody. You know, or Rambo, yeah, just mowing down guys, unlimited ammo. You know, we ain't got unlimited ammo, man. You know, so yeah, when that comes, we have to take vengeance against the heathen. You know, and we could praise the Most High because that's where our power is coming from, not because of the gun. I'm not gonna praise the gun because we've got the gun, or praise my skill because I can target man, and it ain't gonna be because of none of those things. That's why we don't have no trust in these things. Right, but we're going to praise Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, for the power that He's bestowed upon us, man, and for the salvation He's brought us.
David said, man, Moshiach, he's the one who teaching you how to war.
That's a war.
To war, man. You know, so it's not going to be by your strength, it's by the strength of the Heavenly Father. It's not by the strength of our hand, man.
Yep.
You know? So to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feet of iron.
How the hell are you going to do that? You can't even get close to royalty right now. When I've got military outside the yard and stuff, you can't get close to no military to put chains on them. When you got power, it ain't going to matter who's in front of you. You know, it's going to explode them, man, and take their kings, man, take these nobles of the earth, man, and put them in chains. And they ain't going to be able to resist you. With what? We've got no power, no might before you, man. No one could defend them no more.
Even have the speed like a flashlight, you know.
Bro, I'll do it in slow motion so they can watch me coming. You know,
no, for years in slow motion, but in the real time, you're gonna be like you know, in a speed like the speed of light, man, even more, you know. Before they know they're all down, you know,
dead.
Their kings are in your hand, man. That's what it's gonna be. We're saying now, but it's gonna materialize soon. It's gonna be reality soon, man.
Yeah.
You know, right now we are saying, man, that's why it's our job. Like the brother said from the beginning. Our job is to preach, man, and to give hope to our people, man. You know, not to trust this world, this system, which is let it get what? To be destroyed, man. You need to trust in the Lord, you know, because the Lord is gonna change everything, you know, and it's gonna make us the beings on the earth, man. You know, power on the earth, man. And that's time. That's what we're gonna do. What we need to do in the speed of the Heavenly Father, man.
That's right. Because we're not here to promote any other thing, to promote any other action or any type of way. Okay, we're here to promote this word and how it's supposed to be done. You know, so we're not going to back these groups. But they might think, because they think they're probably noble doing what they're doing, but you ain't going to get no support from us because they ain't the right way. You know, we're not here to promote all that shit. You know, what we're here to promote is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know,
you can repeat, man.
That's it.
So it is. I will finish on say to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor of all his saints, praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, we look forward to that day, man. You know, and the more you wait for it, the sweeter it is when it comes. You know, the longer you have to wait for something, the sweeter it is when you get that. You know, when you get to that point, man. You know, so we got to really enjoy it in that time, man, because of all the road that we've been on, the hardships we've gone through. It's going to be very satisfying when we get to this point. So we're going to enjoy it like a lot. We're going to enjoy it that moment, man. You know, just like Yahweh Shah, I'm sure he waiting. He going to enjoy it too, man.
He's waiting, man.
He waiting.
He say you're gonna what? You're gonna cry like a travail woman when you come down here, man. Then it's gonna devour at once.
Yeah.
To destroy and put these people, I mean, to their person.
Yeah.
You know?
Conquering line of Judah.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's the same. We all feeling. We're waiting for that relief, that satisfaction of getting to this point where we can take down our enemies. But we get it. Because I say, Jacob frustrated. We get it. We want to get to that point too. But we've been wanting to wait because there's only one way to really do this, and it's the way that the Most High has set out for us to do. You know, the way Yahweh Shai told us to do. All right, that's the only way we can do it. Everything else is a waste of time, man. Kind of.
It's the book of Ezekiel 24, 25, 25 and 12. We say, thus said the Lord power, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus said the Lord power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, not by the hand of man, but by his own hand, which is his hand is who? Is Yahweh Shai Mashiach,
And the angels.
and the angels. Those who are the one who are going to come to destroy this system, this society, this world of Esau.
That's why it's weakening now as you speak.
Yeah.
It's getting weakened by the acts of the Lord. You know, the angels doing their things in the earth, you know?
Yeah. So it's not about men, man. It's about Most High, man. You know? As it goes on, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. You know, and that sword is going to come by the way of Christ via missile, which that technology this nation have or possess come from who? From the Heavenly Father, man. He is the one who give them technology, so they can. It's going to come to the time or the point that they're going to destroy themselves with the same technology, man.
Yep.
You know? As it goes on to say, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, say the Lord power. And that's going to be in the kingdom, you know. First, Most High is going to destroy this system, and these people are going to be weak, and that time we're going to be changing as well. We're going to be in full power, you know, and that's when Most High is going to deal with us to what? To punish this wickedness in the right way, you know.
Yeah, to put all these heathens in chains, man. You know? Again, it's that day that we'll wait for. We have to be patient and you know, to get there. Because you can lose your mind, you know, you're impatient, trying to get there. You know? That's why some guys don't think it's ever going to happen and just go back into the world because they lost faith. So you have to be patient, man. You know, all this pent up anger that we got, man, we just have to kind of chill with it. Otherwise, it might go, it's send you crazy, man. You know, we have to be tempered, we have to be balanced. You know, hate Esau with balance. You know, because this devil's going down, man, and you know, the sooner the better, man. But everything's in the hands of the Most High, and we trust in the Most High, man. We trust the way he's doing everything, man, because it's working. Look at it's fucking working out here, man. We don't need to do nothing else. It's working.
Yeah.
You know, this place is finished, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Every day we see, man. Every day we keep seeing, man, the end of this society, man. Because Messiah is revealing before our eyes, man, through his word, man. You see the events that are happening around the world. You see Esau is gearing them in to introduce his work. MOTB, you know. It's all part of the prophecy, man. You know, Esau war. It's all time, man, to learn, man. So he's gonna come down with a great wrath, man. And on his coming, it's gonna be big to you, those who don't believe, who didn't believe this gospel, man. You know? But those who have the gospel, it's gonna be all right.
That's right. Right. With that, then we're going to say Shalom, man. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Chachadash. Double honors unto the elders, the apostles, or GMS that taught us this truth, man. And Shalom out there to the hopeful that, man. Pushing truth not to say, man. Till next time, Shalom.